So.
A needle pulling thread.
Oh, a needle pulling thread. Thanks. You do this like every friggin' time. So, welcome back to Snake Eyes. Hasasasas. The 1DM, 1-player, 5-character campaign where 1DM plays a campaign with 1 player who is running 5 different characters, but never more than 1 at a time, and they all tell a associated story, an interconnected story.
I thought you were going to say a sociopathic story.
I mean...
A little bit, though, right?
A little bit. I mean, Pringle is definitely unhinged. Bless her little heart.
Bless her little heart. It's all for Mephistopheles, after all.
Mm-hmm,
but I played Pringle last time, so I definitely know I'm not playing Pringle today.
Definitely not playing Pringle today. That's correct. We only play 1 character per chapter. Each, right? Each character is played once per chapter.
Except for that 1 chapter where I played Lavi and did a really quick Pringle conversation.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, the character you're playing today is feeling relaxed and kind of good about life for the first time in a little while.
Lavi.
Yeah.
Because there would be a completely different feeling for Moo.
Yeah. I don't think Moo has ever felt that way in their entire lives.
I mean, they're pretty happy with the whole book, like, getting their book, but they need all of them still.
But, like, relaxed and, like...
No, they're too anxious.
No.
They have a lot of mental problems.
I don't believe that Moo knows how to relax.
Reading books
and that's charming.
You know, good and stuff, and always be working.
It's very charming, but...
Thank you. That's very kind of you, but I'm not playing this character tonight.
No, you're not, so...
So I have to be up here.
Get it out your system, and go back to the...
Hello.
Hello. So, tell me what Lavi was doing last.
I'm all embarrassed right now. Okay, so Lavi, while looking for Pidge in Zareth, if I remember the town's name correctly.
Yep, you did it.
With Jep.
Yep.
They have a lead that Pidge has left the city with a person.
Mm-hmm.
And the night before going again to find her sister, Jup admitted to liking Lavi, and Lavi admitted back to liking him. And they kissed, and then they cuddled and went to bed. But they didn't sleep with each other, in quotations.
No, of course not. That's too soon.
That's way too soon.
Come on. These people aren't just going to rush into that.
So, they're super cute and adorable, and I love them. And I suppose we're coming back into the story, I'd assume in the morning after they wake up.
If you'd like. We could also zoom ahead multiple days if you so choose as well.
Oh, sure, because I just know that they would be heading back on the road to go and try to attempt to find Pidge.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as that's okay with you, I'm fine with that.
It's entirely your call. I don't want to rob you of the early relationship conversations.
Oh, no. I'm sure they're just very sweet. They kind of had that weird vibe where they already acted like a couple before they were a couple thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
that they were the last ones to realize that they were in a relationship.
Yeah. Which is cute. They're so cute. So
that's the idea.
I believe they are fine and they don't act too much different other than maybe giggling a bit more often or, quietly sharing a kiss here and there.
Okay. So, aside from, a little bit of kissing and cuddling, their dynamic hasn't changed all that much.
Not really.
And the two of them have traveled... I'm going to go ahead and open up the continental map here. And you would have been traveling... Where exactly? What was your destination?
Oh, we didn't know. We were going to flip a coin, I think. Like we did last time.
But you knew that Pidge had gotten free and was traveling with someone, likely heading probably back home, right?
I think that was the guess. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Just
So.
completely missed.
Say what?
Just completely missed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just 2 ships in the night, right?
Ugh.
So, Jup will suggest, turning this thing back around and going back the way you came.
Which, of course, Lavi would agree, because her sister's safety is, like, one of the most important things to her, other than Jup now.
And and Jup will suggest that maybe if the 2 of you travel fast enough, you'll be able to overtake and find Pidge, because, you've mentioned before that Pidge is not a strong flyer.
Oh.
So, Lavi,
Yes?
if we travel real fast, do you think we might be able to catch your sister?
I think so.
How far do you think you can carry me at a time before getting tired?
If I take short breaks in intervals, well, I think I can get you, my speed's a bit faster than just an average walking speed, so... I don't know.
Well, would it be faster for me to get a horse and ride that, or for you to fly me? He says those words, he says those words, like, very worried tone under his voice there.
Let's get you a horse.
Oh, well, if you're sure, I don't know if we'd be able to catch your sister faster if we flew.
Lavi just raises their eyebrows at him. All right, let's get you a horse. Come on.
Oh, all right then.
Lavi totally knows that he's afraid of flying, so...
Oh, he's terribly afraid of flying.
Yeah.
But he's also willing to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
If it means catching your sister.
But it is possible that the horse might be faster than Lavi at the same time.
That's true. That is true. So you guys will go to a stable in the city of Zareth, and Jup will plunk down some coin and buy himself a pretty basic horse. Nothing all that crazy.
What are you going to name it?
Peppermint.
Oh, why is that?
Well, it's something I use in potions sometimes, and, it's sort of a fun name.
Peppermint it is. Hello, Peppermint.
The horse stares at you dumbly.
Huh. Weird horse.
Should I make the horse racist against Harpies?
Do you want to?
I have no idea.
Whatever, I can't ride horses.
Just trying to... Well, why not?
I don't think my legs exactly mount a horse correctly.
I don't understand. Don't be such an ableist.
What? Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Chop chop. Well, it's a very sweet horse. Let's get going, okay?
Sure thing. Alright, so the transaction is made, and Jup will get on a horse, and the 2 of you will travel north from the city of Zareth. So, over the next few days, the 2 of you will travel, Jup on his horse and you flying, going as quickly as you can to return to whence you came. Is there anything you would like to do along the journey back north?
Let's see. I just think I would assume that Jup and Lavi just sweet talk each other now. A little bit more blatant flirting than previous, where they're obviously doing it now, but I think their tone is still pretty similar. Where, of course, Lavi has a more teasing way of going about things, and Jup will tease back normally. But this time it's far more of a teasing because I like you. They're cute. They're fucking adorable. But
like the 2 of them... Go ahead.
I don't think anything specific would happen. Because Lavi has always been a one-mission kind of person. She's there for her sister.
For sure.
It was just a happy accident.
Yeah. I like to believe that Jup doesn't know how to progress things very well, so he's just continuing. He's just continuing he's staying in the flirting stage.
Sweet boy.
So, because that's where he's comfortable.
Yeah.
So he's just sticking around that. So he continues to flirt even though the two of them have, revealed their feelings for the other. But anyways, you guys travel north from the city of Zareth, and you travel for multiple days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and roll some encounter dice here.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. The feared encounter dice.
Yeah. The feared encounter dice that never seem to actually land on an encounter.
Except for more harpies.
That's true. That did happen relatively often. And you all travel until you arrive at the town of Zash's Crossing.
Oh, back here again.
Map here. So it's been quite a few days on the road. Probably 4 days of hard riding.
Mm-hmm.
Making the best time you can possibly make. And you end at Zash's Crossing. So is there anything you would like to do when you arrive at Zash's Crossing?
I think Lavi will tease Jup about something.
Okay.
So, should we take another bath here again?
I mean, if you'd like to, I guess. He gets very red in the face.
Huh. You weren't this embarrassed the last time I needed to bathe.
Well, I mean,
Here,
last time... yeah, I mean, it was here. But the last time you kind of... you needed it real bad, because, you were real smelly.
Yes, I remember. You won't let me forget that part.
Well, I think it's important to remember, that you ain't always, sweet smelling, but then again, ain't nobody. So, it's fine.
I also remember you kissed me that day too.
Well, that, in my defense, it was to keep that real creepy tiefling.
Yeah, I don't think I like Pringle either.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should.
So you don't want to take a bath, though?
I mean, it's been a couple days, from the city, and, well, I think I could probably stand to freshen up.
All right.
How about yourself?
Of course, as long as it's with you. Just an evil smile.
Blush, lean in, and peck on the cheek.
Happy. So, Lavi will actually approach I'm gonna assume the same barkeep is there as last time.
Yeah, they don't change that often.
Okay, so I'm going to say that Lavi will put the money down this time. I think it was 2 silvers, if I remember correctly.
I believe I will trust your memory, because it seems to be good at these sorts of minute detail rememberings. So, 2 silvers it is.
Okay. So, I'll do two silvers, and I'll buy the bath this time, since Jup did last time.
Oh, so nice of you.
Of course. They're an adorable couple.
So you are in the Ruthless Giant, by the way.
Okay.
If we need to set this in a particular place.
Ooh, spooky. Dealt with some ogres. Those are kind of like giants-ish.
Kinda.
Well,
yeah.
So, Lavi will take that, and then beckon over to Jup to join them.
Jup will stow his gear and happily join you.
This time, Lavi remembers to close the door behind themselves.
So, I was hoping that we'd spot your sister along the journey, but yeah.
Me too. I don't understand how she could be so close, and yet I can't even find her. We're on the main roads, and not that many people do we pass.
You said she weren't the strongest flyer either, so...
No.
I mean, you should have caught her, right? Is there some reason she would have not taken the roads, maybe?
Unless that person who's with her is, I don't know, going on different roads, not going on the main path. I mean, some freak would have to think of that.
Should we... I mean, do we consider that maybe this person that she's traveling with maybe don't have her best interest at heart?
That's what I've been worried about. Even if that bartender said that they were a good person and were really nice and ugh, I mean, you don't even like that bartender, but...
Made a better drink than him, though.
That's true, you did win. But I have such a bad gut feeling about it all. Well, anyways, let's get washed up, okay?
Sure thing. He suddenly remembers where he is and begins to get embarrassed again.
You weren't... Well, I may not have noticed last time if you were this embarrassed, but I don't remember you being this embarrassed.
I mean, last time we were here, it was, more fun because I was able to tease you about being all muddy, and it was sort of fun. And, well, I mean, it's fun now. It's just, it's different,
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's good. I'm just, forget I said anything, okay?
Oh, okay. If you say so. And Lavi will go off to the side of the room and take off their gear and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Jup will go over to the bath and check the temperature of the actual tub, and possibly start adding some potions into it.
And it's never hot enough, it seems, for Lavi. At least whenever we get there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think since he's adding potions, Lavi will try to get the water this time, because Jup did that for them last time. What are you adding to the water?
Oh, I'm just gonna try to maybe add some, maybe a scent or something that can clean a little better. I'm just sort of mixing and thinking out loud.
Whatever you do, I know it'll be perfect.
I do have, that might just work. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Lavi just loves listening to him.
Do you think you could get the water? Let's see. I bet if I add some... Nope. Yeah, that'll work.
Lavi comes over with a bucket of water. Of really hot water.
Mm-hmm.
You need this?
So, yeah, that's perfect.
Alright, so Lavi will dump that in.
Alright. Jup is going to mix up a potion very quickly, and then take the whole vial, put the cork in it, shakes it up, and it sort of turns... It fills it's a little bit of liquid in there. He shakes it up, and it suddenly, fills up the whole vial, and he drops the thing, cork and all, still in it, into the bath. There. I think that'll work out.
What did you do?
Oh, you'll see. It's a surprise.
Alright. Do you think I should get more hot water, or...?
He puts his hand in, and the water at this point is starting to have a bit of steam coming off of it. It's pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly hot enough for a bath, and certainly hot enough for Jup. But he takes his hand out of it, and he's like, how warm do you like it?
Ooh, Jup, that's not healthy for you to have water as hot as I like it.
I mean, I just don't want you to get cold is all.
If I get cold, I'd leave the bath. Plain and simple.
Alright.
Unless you never want me to leave, and, well, smirk.
I never want you to leave.
Alright, you get in. I'm gonna get a little bit more warmer water.
Alright. So he finishes undressing and hops into the tub.
Lavi will heat up and get the rest of the warm water and just add a little bit, just kind of gauging based on Jup's reaction when too much is too much, pretty much.
He's sitting there, and now you're not sure if the redness on his face is between the temperature in the room and the water versus the situation that he finds himself in.
That's cute. Alright, so Lavi will put enough in to where it's close enough to their preference, but not too hot that Jup would be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get in the water, too. And last time they were back to back when they were both in the basin.
Mm-hmm.
And this time Lavi's facing him. So,
does the water feel alright to you?
it feels amazing. Thank you.
Oh, it's real good to hear. I hope you like what I've done to the water. It should smell a bit more. I guess I tried to work some fruit scents into it.
Oh. Lavi will actually kind of sink down a little bit so that their nose is kind of hovering over the water. What do I smell?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy, my worst skill as Lavi. Boy, do I love this skill. Oh, I accidentally rolled twice. My bad.
How dare you? How dare you? What have you done?
Beardy. I'll beat you up.
Oh man, I fully believe that. So here we are at level 2, and you have a +0 to your perception.
It is wisdom. It is literally Lavi's worst thing.
And the best part is, if you continue to put no points in it, it will never get any better.
Shut up!
I love it.
I'm an adult!
Not every character has to have perception, I know.
It's true. That's why we have bards. You just give them all the points in perception, even if their wisdom is low. That plus 26, though.
Yeah, right. It all balances out.
It all balances out.
Yeah. Alright, so Lavi will smell... It's sort of you think it's strawberries.
Oh, okay. So because Lavi kind of had to lower themselves, is that any more awkward for Jup?
Had to lower themselves?
Yeah, into the water, because they kind of went down into the water so that their nose was kind of hovering over the water.
Well, I suppose your legs... It probably pushed your legs forward.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that your legs are, like, touching under the water. And maybe even, like, your knees are meeting.
Mm-hmm. He just seems very frazzled right now. But Lavi looks happy.
He's going to kind of lean forward a little bit in the water and let himself sink down as well. And he's pretty much got the water up to his chin. And he says, are you ready for the surprise?
The scent wasn't the surprise?
No. Nope.
Okay. What now?
I think if the pressure's building the same way I think it is, it should pop any second now.
Pop?
He starts to smile, and you feel something kind of like burst in the water at the bottom of the tub.
Okay.
So I said he shook a little vial and dropped it in when it was closed.
Yeah.
So the pressure in that has built up to the point where it is now burst. It's pushed the cork out.
Yeah.
And dumped whatever the solution is into the bathwater. And suddenly, little bubbles start to form, start to rise up in the water all around you, and start to form bubble film along the top of the water.
Okay.
They're very tiny little bubbles, but they're multiplying rapidly.
Oh, it's like when you put way too much body soap in one of those jet tubs, and then once the jets are going after a while, because it keeps mixing the bubbles, it just keeps rising and rising, and sometimes you just have an accident and you feel really bad because your mom's yelling at you.
Oh no, I've discovered trauma. Oh, damn it.
Hi there, this is the book of my childhood, and all you see on the pages, it says trauma.
It's just every page is trauma. You flip it, it's trauma. Oh,
trauma.
Hey, I wonder what happened. Oh, more trauma.
Trauma?
Trauma.
Oh.
Trauma.
What's that black part? Oh, that's just middle school. It doesn't exist even.
I was gonna say, we went to the middle school and the whole section's been torn out.
I can't even remember that one.
Yeah, I blocked that out.
I dissociated for entire 3 years. Whoops, Salisbury! It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're good. It's all good.
Anyways. So these bubbles are appearing and they're slowly multiplying.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And there's just the bubbles are sort of rising as more and more of them are forming on the surface of the water and pushing this bubble layer to where it's, an inch thick and then 2 inches thick, and it keeps getting more and more, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down or stopping at all. And Jup is just kind of smiling as the bubbles slowly rise and cover his face.
Is this how he deals with not having to deal with the fact that they're a couple now and naked in the same bath?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. Well, Lavi's gonna actually be moving their wings up and down to flap at the bubbles and spray them around everywhere.
Yeah.
Whoosh! Just floating them up to the sky, happily.
I'm glad you like it.
Everything you do is magical.
think the same thing about you.
Lavi will kind of push the bubbles away, because I assume at this point they can't see each other very well.
Yeah, no, you can't, because he hasn't made any movements. He's just let the bubbles kind of completely, like, encase himself.
Okay.
So he's under the bubbles now.
So Lavi's going to adjust to where they would be on their knees pretty much and leaning forward.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of push the bubbles away to look at him, which pretty much just kind of has them hovering over him in a way, I think, once they find him.
Mm.
Hey.
Hey. So you push the bubbles out of the way and your faces are a few inches apart. And you're kind of like, you said, leaned forward. And you can feel one of his arms kind of reaching around onto your back. Hey, how are you doing?
Good. This is so fun.
I'm glad you like them. Try to make things fun for you.
You've made my life so much better. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Lavi's gonna lean forward and kiss him.
He will accept the kiss and return it.
They're so fucking cute! God, my children are adorable. I love them all so very much. I'm a proud, proud parent. Love my children. Alright. So, Lavi will kiss him and kind of lean back a little bit, just to look at him some more.
Mm-hmm. His face is very red, and you think it's probably the heat of the water, right?
Oh, it's probably the heat. Lavi has the worst perception.
Yeah, it's the heat of the water,
So...
He's also... You can feel him moving around a little bit under the water, and he seems to have kind of drawn his legs, and he sort of tucked his knees back up against his chest.
Okay. Lavi will lean forward and lean against his knees then, kind of putting their wings on top of his knees then.
Mm-hmm.
And then their head on top of their wings.
Hey there. So...
Blink, blink, stare.
Did you really want to work in an alchemist shop with me when this is all over?
How come you keep asking me that?
Because it sounds too good to be true, I guess.
Of course I do. Why would I go back up there? You're not there.
Because someone like you could do anything.
The only things I want to do is protect Pidge and be with you. Is that dumb?
No, it's just, I see someone like you who's the most beautiful person I've ever seen, and I can just, you could go anywhere and have anyone that you want in the whole world, and, I'm just a swamper. I guess I just feel kind of out of place sometimes.
You don't have to with me. For what it's worth, you're the only place I've owned with in my life.
How did you get to be so perfect?
Don't start with the perfect talk.
I don't know.
I heard it enough.
He's gonna reach forward, kind of push some hair out of your face. I just think I might be the luckiest swamper to ever live, that's all.
Probably. What person changes a normal harpy's way of life?
I'm not really sure how I did, but I'm glad I did.
Me too.
He's gonna lean in and give you a short kiss on the mouth.
So cute. They're so cute. Lavi will start to lean back away from him then, just to get back into the water a bit more.
He seems to relax a little bit as well.
Oh, so cute. He's so cute.
So, figure we stay here tonight, and then make our way back to the swamp tomorrow, and, we can probably ask around, see if anybody around Meyerfield has seen her.
Sounds perfect to me.
Okay.
You make the best plans between the both of us. I know that.
I'm just trying to think where she could have gone.
She's gotta be there.
If she didn't take the main roads, then it would have been a slower journey, but maybe more direct if she was flying, I guess. So maybe that would count for the speed difference between you and her. Unless she's not going home, but would there be any reason she wouldn't want to go back home?
I don't know. Maybe this person's tricking her. Maybe he'll take her to a certain part that she recognizes and then takes her away and says it's a shortcut, you know?
Maybe. If only I could make a potion to track somebody or see through someone else's eyes or something. Don't think it works like that.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, it would. It'd be real cool.
Well, if you're gonna invent any potions, I'm pretty sure you have quite the capability to do so. Much better than you.
Now you definitely think that the water must be too hot for him.
Yeah? He's getting that red?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lavi will lean forward with their wing to put it on his forehead. Like, 2 feathers, kind of fronds in the front. They're just doing the gesture. It has no effect.
Has no effect. Feathers don't work like that.
Feathers don't work like that at all. But Lavi's seen people do that before, so they think it's more of a gesture you're supposed to do when someone looks unwell. Because they naive as fuck.
Jup just laughs.
Are you feeling alright?
Oh, I'm feeling great now. Thank you, Lavi.
Thank you. I mean, you're welcome. Just thanks for thanking me. You... Lavi gets a little scrunchy because they're embarrassed.
So that will be Jup's turn to take the offensive then. So he's going to lean forward and he's going to grab a wash towel that's hanging off the edge of the bath. And he's going to wet it down and he's going to probably start cleaning you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a bath after all.
It is a bath. I mean...
You're not just here for the bubbles.
I mean, sometimes I am. Have you ever heard of a bath bomb? I just do those sometimes because they exist. Sometimes you just get in a bath to be in a bath because you're sad and you want to dissociate for several hours.
So, I'm a showerer. We're gonna take a quick aside here.
Okay.
I'm a showerer.
Uh-huh.
I don't normally use a bath.
Okay.
Like a bathtub.
Yeah.
Like I shower, so... I've never used a bath bomb, and they honestly kind of look a little scary to me.
Why?
I don't know. So, like, you just toss this thing in the water,
Yeah.
and it just turns in, it fizzes out.
It's like made with baking soda and oils and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why it fizzes.
I mean, okay, but is it like...
It's so...
Do you recommend it?
I think it's fun and relaxing, but I don't recommend it with the bathtub you have.
Why is that?
I won't go in a normal bathtub. I literally want to purchase a house with a giant bath because I grew up with my parents' giant bath because, fucking just have money to buy houses in the past because houses didn't cost that much back then.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I will not use a bath unless it is a big bath. Like, that bath is made for 2 people, but I use it as a 1-person bath because it's perfect that way. That's all you need.
I understand.
So... I don't recommend baths unless you have a giant bath.
Okay. There you go. All right. It's settled.
I want to feel like soup.
You want a tub to make Keni soup.
I want a tub to make Keni soup, and it needs to be a big tub.
Okay.
And not a hot tub. That doesn't count. You can't put bath buns in hot tubs because they'll mess up the jets and shit. It's not good.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, hot tubs are very finicky things.
They're only fun when you're little, and you're not allowed to be in them when you're little.
You're little. I know. It's like it's like they're made for people that don't want them.
It's awful.
The craziest thing.
And every time, like, all the adults were like, "Oh, this is too warm for you," and I'm like, "No, I feel good right now for once in my life."
Mm-hmm.
But I also like water extremely hot constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Something me and Lavi share. But I digress.
Maybe you're just part Phoenix, who knows?
A bit too much table talk currently, though.
True dat. So, Jup will start actually cleaning while Lavi was busy feeling somewhat embarrassed, at least. So, he's gonna say, well, it's nice that we're doing this, but you weren't quite as caked with mud this time, so not nearly as much to clean, I guess.
Are you saying you don't want to clean me now that I'm not dirty?
No, not at all. I mean, I think it's nice.
Go on.
You have a nice body to clean, I guess, is what I mean to say.
Lavi will sink back a little bit, and they're gonna try to sink under the water, like right below their nose, just so they can keep breathing, but they're trying to hide their blush. So
Jup's gonna use this washcloth and try to, give you a good scrub down.
Get a good scrub down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very sweet of him. Lavi will return any favors if they can. I think they just happily enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Teasing here and there, etc.
Cool. Well, in that case, the bath will continue on, and run its course. And eventually the two of you will finish what needs done in the bath, and it's time now to remove yourselves from the water.
Yep. So Lavi will probably just stretch and start to get out.
And Jup is going to sit back very quietly and just sort of take in the view.
And what Lavi will do, I think when they get out of water, to explain similarly to a bird bath, when birds go in and then they kind of vibrate until all the water comes off of them. They do this weird shimmy vibrate thing. Mm-hmm. Well, Lavi will kind of do that really quick after getting out of the water, maybe.
Wow.
What?
It's just nothing. I'm just being silly, I think.
Well, Copper, for your thoughts?
I just seeing you. He kind of starts to look away, realizing that he's sort of staring. Just you, wow. Sorry.
Lavi shrugs and goes back over to their clothes to start dressing. Mm-hmm. Because, again, this is just part of their culture, is right. Just when people bathe, you're naked. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
It's just not at all nudity doesn't have the same,
meaning.
Taboos whatsoever. So, yeah. So anyway, Jup is doing his best to kind of not lose his mind. And he's going to exit the bath as well and dry off.
Thank you for cleaning me.
And same, of course.
You're welcome.
We have a room booked up now as well. So if you're ready, we can just call it a night, I guess.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So he gathers his things and puts some clothes back on, and the two of you will travel over to the other side of the establishment where you have a little room. Mm-hmm. And he will probably go to sleep on his side, propping his head up and kind of just watching you a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he sort of has this general look of disbelief on his head, on his face. I mean, he just kind of looks wowed and awed by the whole situation.
Do you want to talk about what's going through your head?
Just thinking that I'm, like I said, the luckiest swamper that ever lived.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Playful smile.
He returns the same.
I think Lavi, since they're getting ready for bed, they're just taking off their unguent, kind of flattening their feathers properly, preening in a way, before bed. Mm-hmm. And then they go over to the bed and so?
Yeah, Lavi?
Think fine.
That's what I hope every day we wake up. That's the day we find her.
Me too. Then I can just take her with us and we can go wherever we want.
He's going to lean forward and give you a kiss.
Lavi will happily return that kiss.
I'd like that. Got a lot of the world to see and need to open up that alchemist shop somewhere just perfect.
Agreed. You just have to find the right spot. Actually, Pitch probably, logistically, would probably be able to figure that out a lot better than me.
Oh, yeah?
She was amazing with numbers.
I can't wait to meet her.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna love her. Amazing. She's just the sweetest. Oh, and you'll finally get to see the blue in her feathers. Oh, it's so pretty. She's just the most amazing person.
I can't wait to meet her. But I think I've already met the most amazing person.
Thank you.
Well, let's get some rest, okay?
Agreed.
He's going to lean back and kind of go back to a reclined position where he's still kind of watching Lavi's movements. He's just very, almost is in disbelief of where he is.
So Lavi will kind of lean down, and I think their head's going to be on the pillow, but slightly on Jup's shoulder for sleeping, or at least starting to sleep, and then one wing over his chest.
Adorable.
Lavi's fucking cute.
I know. All right. So the two of you sleep the night away, and the next day, sun streaks in. The two of you wake up, and you're getting ready to begin your journey onward.
All right. Of course, Lavi is up bright and early every day, I think. I think because their anxiety is kicking in more and more every day they're not with Pidge. Just every morning it's this is the day, and every night, no it wasn't. Fuck. So, wake up bright and early. Whew. Let's get at it today.
Jup, his eyes flutter open. He's like, yeah, Today's gonna be the day.
Of course. Did you sleep all right?
Yeah. He's kind of been pushed to the edge of the bed.
Oh no.
I imagine that Lavi probably, like, roosts in their sleep.
Well, I think they do okay whenever they've spooned him in the past, but usually they're big spoon to put their wing over.
Gotcha.
So I think that was the first time that he was just on his back for once. Because I think they normally spoon.
Yeah.
That kind of controls the situation.
So he goes to roll out of bed and falls to the floor. Gets up, kind of dusts himself off. Yep, I meant to do that. So, yeah. Cracks his neck and goes about putting his gear on.
Just looking at him happily. This time Lavi's the one admiring.
So once he gets all of his gear on and adjusts the weight of his pack, he kind of looks over and notices Lavi staring in his direction. He kind of, like, starts to pose awkwardly. Kind of, like, taking, like, a heroic stance. Gonna save a Harpy today.
Uh-huh.
Maybe discover some new potions. And spend some time with one of the best people I know. So it's gonna be a good one. Gonna be a real good day today.
Agreed. We're definitely gonna find Pidge today.
He gives you, like, a very affirmative nod. Yeah. Well, aren't gonna find her sitting around here.
True. I'm all ready if you are.
He nods again, gathers the last of his things, and two of you head out. He retrieves his horse from the stables, and you begin traveling southwest toward the Zash Basin.
I'm gonna remove Zash Crossing for me.
Go for it. Yep, you can close that map. Back to the Zash Basin map here. And you travel southwest along the road until eventually you reach the edge of the Zash Basin. There are, large, weepy-looking trees that fill the entire area. It's these mangroves and willows.
We're so fucking close. So fucking close.
And you get to the edge of the swamp, and you are suddenly just smelling the air. It's like, oh yeah, you remember this place.
Ugh.
Jump kind of takes a deep breath, and he's like,
You didn't.
What?
You didn't miss it, did you?
Not really.
Really? I thought you were gonna say you missed the smell.
I've only been gone a couple of days.
It takes quite a while to get down.
Yeah. Weeks, sure. A couple of weeks.
Thank you. I know, because you had to have us track it. Fucking check, please. Regular season 1.
Yeah.
No.
That's right, viewers. Go back and watch Check Please Season 1 to get an exact idea about just how tedious of a journey it is to go from Zareth to Vil.
Fucking
Or rather, in that case, Vil to Zareth. Whatever.
Vice versa. We go either way.
Ooh, I like that. We go either way.
Okay. We're so fucking
Double
close.
entendre.
Like, I see this little dot for Yoculist. I'm like, it's fucking there.
Alright. So you travel a little ways further, and by the end of the day, you have made your way to the town of Meyerfield.
Ooh.
Do you remember this place?
I do. That was an interesting day.
Mm-hmm. It was a bad day. That was like...
a bad day for Lavi.
That was Lavi's very bad, no good, rotten, awful day.
It really was.
Ballguard tricked you.
Well, he was a little bit farther in, but it's still the same day.
Ballguard.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Well, this is the town I met Jupp in, though.
Correct. Well, so, I suppose we'll ask around town here and see if anybody saw a Harpy pass by or anything, right?
Again.
Yeah, again.
Do you
So
want to
he's
split
gonna
up,
go-
or-
It's not that big of a town. No reason to split up.
Alright.
Besides, I kind of like spending time with you, that's all.
You like spending time with me?
I know. Ain't that silly?
Wow. I would have never guessed that.
Mm-hmm. Strange guy. Must be.
You're the
I
best.
mean, who else would want to spend time with such a fun, beautiful, enchanting person as yourself? I must be a real idiot.
Lavi starts to look away since they're blushing.
Well, let's ask around town and see if we can't find anything about your sister.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Make a diplomacy check to gather information, please.
I can do that one.
So you got that one? I hope you do.
I got that one.
Jump rolled in that one. So I hope you do better.
12.
Woo! Yippee! Dim some good numbers. Dim some real good numbers.
I saw it go on a 16, and then it rolled to a 5.
Alright, so you go around town, and you don't hear anybody talking about, nor can you find any information about a Harpy passing through the area near or recently.
Fast?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I thought for sure that if she didn't go by the road, she'd have got direct flight, and that would have took her almost right over the town, and I
Lavi
figured
looks
that
up
if
to
she
the
was
sky.
if she was a little slower than us, then she might be getting here like today or tomorrow, maybe.
The trees are gonna block it, but I can at least try the sky. Give me a second.
Alright, good luck, alright?
Lavi will kind of do that little, where they kind of haunch up a little.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're ready to take off and then into the sky.
Alright, you rocket yourself up into the sky, far above the tree lines, and you start to fly around over the town of Meyerfield. So, you are going to need to make a perception check up here.
Or...
You're the one that said you wanted to look around for somebody.
I want to die. It's a 2.
Oh, wow.
I want to die.
That's a 2 with no modifiers. So you look around and you think you see a swamp. You could be mistaken. It might just be a big painting from up here. You're not sure.
This was like the bad combat with Paydor. It just was not good.
Yeah. You look around and you don't see anything. The closest thing you see that you think at first could be something turns out it was a bird. You fly closer and it's actually a pigeon.
Lavi just seems embarrassed by this and flies back down to jump. But whenever they fly down, of course, they do kind of a dive bomb, and then they release their wings in a way to make them have a really quick, jolted landing.
Yeah, they kind of flare at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really bad at looking for things, apparently. No wonder I lost my sister. I can't see anything.
We'll find her, all right? I'm sure we will. Jet puts a hand on your shoulder.
I wish I could just scream Pidge, and she'd just appear, and it would be so much easier.
He tilts his head. He tilts his head back and stares at the sky and just shouts, "Pidge!"
Lavi just blinks at him.
I wanted to see if it'd work.
Well, yeah, it was worth a try.
Thanks.
Thank you. I just thought it would be today.
Me too.
Lavi just looks frustrated, and the more they seem to kind of circle around and look aimlessly, the more their feathers start puffing up more and more.
How about Jup kind of looks at the horizon. The sun is just starting to reach down and dip to the level of the horizon. Gonna be out of daylight soon. Let's, how about we, where we could go? We could go to my old place.
Sure.
I mean, I kind of left it abandoned, but it's still there,
Okay.
As long as squatters ain't took it over. I mean,
are you inviting me over, Jup? I
mean, at least it's dry. Wait, should I not invite you? Oh no, am I being too fast?
So cute. He's so cute.
I don't think I'm being too fast.
Lavi will slowly lean over to be kind of level with his face, but it's obvious he's in contemplation. They're kind of doing that so when he gets out, that they'll be right in front of him.
He looks up from his mumblings, and you're like an inch in front of his face. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Lavi.
Yes, Jeff?
Would you like to come over to my house?
I would love to.
He leans in, gives you a little quick peck.
They're so cute. They're both so cute.
Well, all right. It's outside of town, just a little ways. All right?
All right. Want me to fly you there?
Sure.
Wait, are
I
you
was going to say
serious?
the roads aren't that great from here to there, and I'd prefer you to not get all muddy. I know you don't like it.
Lavi's smiling. All right, I'll fly you.
He gives you like a forced little smile. He's like, "Great,
This poor boy.
I can't wait."
They'll start to fly up and then say, okay, put your arms out again like I taught you last time.
Yep, he knows the procedure.
They're still trying to say it just in case, just so he can feel comfortable about each step every time. Alright, the talons grab his biceps, and Lavi starts to take off with it.
Okay.
They're kind of just hovering above the ground a little bit, just to...
Oh yeah, I mean it's like it's a much bigger load you're lifting, so it's gonna slow you down and make your maneuverability very, very bad while you're flying like this, but you can pull it off for a little while at least.
Alright.
So Jup's gonna kind of shakily give you vocal commands for which way you need to go.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little more to the left.
Okay.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, a little. Just on that way, a little more.
Okay.
Just keep on this direction, okay?
Okay. And, is that on the... Is that it on the horizon?
Yeah, it's gonna be on that little raised bit there. I had it so it doesn't get all wet all the time.
Okay.
So it's on some dry ground.
Since Lavi can see it, they'll actually kind of push their wings a little bit harder to make them go faster.
Lavi, do we need to be going quite this quick?
Look, the last time I was here, there was a giant crocodile that almost ate me, remember?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
They'll slow down once they get close enough to the house.
Alright. You get close enough to the house, and you drop Jup to where he falls only a few inches before hitting the ground, but still it's enough that he kind of like, once he makes solid contact with the ground, he kind of just stops for a second and kind of just crouches a little bit, kind of gives himself a hug, and breathes a couple times just to kind of center himself. That sure was something, Lavi. Thanks.
It's very interesting that, like, someone happens to fly when you're terrified of flying.
Just because I'm terrified of flying doesn't mean I'd be terrified of somebody who flies.
True.
Besides, I think you're so graceful up there. It's like you're swimming through the air.
No, that's Kailani.
That's a different show.
That's a different show, completely.
Stay tuned for that one, never.
Lavi will blink at him and get embarrassed and kind of start puffing up and looking away. Thank you.
I mean, I would say it's like a dancer, but honestly, I think the dancers are imitating you.
Lavi's full body is turned away now, and their wings are above their face.
Well, anyway, here we are. He kind of like half-heartedly gestures at this kind of like shitty swamp hovel.
Lavi's inspecting it now, trying to dismiss the compliments.
It's pretty much like a 2-room shack, I guess is the best way you could put it. It is sort of the definition of a little hovel.
Okay.
There's a chimney coming out of one part of it, and there's an outhouse nearby. There's a little garden, but it is overgrown with weeds, and the only windows are shuttered currently. They don't have glass, they just have shutters, and they're all closed. Well, that's weird.
What's weird?
Well, I know I told you I abandoned sort of this place when I left.
Mm-hmm.
But someone dug up something in the garden. Like, maybe there's some critter that got into this recently.
Lavi will kind of flutter over to the garden.
And you notice that some of the vegetables have been torn out of the garden, but like very recently. Like the dirt is fresh.
Fresh.
It looks like this has been done within the last hour.
How much? Does it look like food?
Yeah, it was like food. It was like a food garden. So it's like a couple of turnips and maybe some potatoes that have been very, very recently dug out of the ground.
Are there any tracks or anything nearby?
Make a perception check. Try to find tracks. You look around and you don't see any tracks because the ground's not super packed here anyway.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see footprints. Well,
that's when 11 gets me, goddamn.
Let's go inside, okay?
All right. Sorry, I don't know if it's a gut feeling saying that she's here or a wanting her to be here. Never mind. Let's go inside.
You got it. So he goes to the door and starts working at the handle, and it's sort of jammed. It's sort of like he's trying to get the door open, and it's kind of stuck a little bit. Like, that's weird. If anything, this door would always have problems staying closed. And he kind of pulls on it a little bit harder, turns the handle a little bit more until finally, like, he yanks the door open. It pops open, and you see that it was being held shut on the other side by a person.
Who's the person?
Well, you can't tell exactly, but the person's going to step out and swing something at Jup's head.
Oh, shit, no. Fuck that. Ungwe's out.
So, you go into battle stance, and it looks like this person's wielding a club. It's going to strike Jup in the head and deal some damage. Not a ton, but
okay.
Some. Jup, the man they call Jup. It's a swamp area. It works.
Oh, was that supposed to be a reference to a different song?
What? Which one?
The man called Jup? Was that... I thought you were just making up...
Yeah, sorry, the man they called Jup. I was referencing the man they called Jane, which was from Firefly.
Oh, man, I missed that show, but I'd never want them to make it again now.
No, it was a moment in time, and that moment has passed. It can't be done anymore.
I mean, they continued it in books, though.
They continued it in comics. I mean, if you want to finish the story, that's all there.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Anyways, so Jup, good old Juppy Jups, is going to take 7 points of damage from a club to the head.
Yeah.
And stepping out from the darkness of the inside of the cabin, hut, hovel, Jup's house, is a sort of strangely blue-skinned warrior. They look a bit like this.
I figured.
This person steps out and is just like hammering blows down on Jup before he has a chance to do anything. So before Jup can even really react, this creature has already hammered down another blow and done an additional 4 points of damage to Jup. What do you do?
How close am I to her?
You would be about 10 feet. So you were a little bit behind Jup.
I can enchant my weapon and attack at the same turn, right?
Yeah, you have your arcane pool abilities.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can use your arcane pool and enchant your weapon and give you a +1 to attack into damage there.
Okay. Do you want me to do the regular attack first or the char touch first?
The regular attack has to land for the char touch to work.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an attack, and I have Razor there in the combat tracker. So this is a blue-skinned hobgoblin female. Kablam. All right, you move forward and you strike Razor. Go ahead and roll damage and char touch.
Okay. Sir.
All right. Wow, good hit.
You
slash for 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then also drop the char touch damage.
The damage, not the save?
Well, both. The fortitude save is to try not catch on fire.
Okay. There's that. And then the damage.
Oh, no, this is the opposite of chill touch. I'm sorry. So there's strength sapping from this. That's fun.
Okay. So that's a full 6. That's a full damage right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of damage. You did one less than perfect damage on both your rolls.
Who said
combined.
a Magus isn't really good?
All right, and let's see.
Get away from him.
Okay, so you move forward and you really deliver a series of very fast and very deadly blows to this hobgoblin. In fact, she's going to be kind of taken aback by the ferocity that she's just been shredded by. So
this is a very puffy Lavi.
Say what?
This is a very puffy, their feathers are poofed up.
Oh, yeah.
Their pupils are slits currently. They're in battle mode completely.
Yeah. Get away from him. All right.
All you need is an eagle call.
Very nice. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that'll sound amazing in the recording.
Yum, yum, yum.
Num, num, num. All right. So this creature is going to shout something, and from inside the house is going to burst out a really strange-looking creature. This one is it's like a human, but with 4 arms instead of 2, but instead of legs, they have like a serpent's tail.
Lavi's already taken aback. Like, what?
And it's got like blue skin. And it's like, first of all, it's weird to see, and you're like, is this some sort of like actual monster? What is happening here?
That sounds about right.
And then you've got the other scary part, which is this guy, this creature, this thing, I'm not sure what it is carrying a weapon in each hand and moving toward you with, an angry look. And here we go with one of these. Okay, and this thing strikes you, and you are going to take 1 point of piercing damage. So rolls very poorly on the damage.
Sounds about right, too. Cute. What the fuck are you?
Right. So, Lavi, you have initiative.
Lavi's looking at Razor, because that's the person who attacked Job.
Yeah. It's a human. We cannot let it live.
Excuse me, that is my mate!
So...
I think I'll just...
Okay. Make your Ungwe's attacks, please.
Ooh, shit.
Okay.
That's an 8.
You swipe at the air, and your very deadly, very angry-looking claws just slash the air harmlessly.
I think Lavi's so enraged, especially since she just said that the human has to die. They're getting a little raged up. I believe people would explain it similar to a bull where you only see red and can't really focus correctly.
Oh yeah, Lavi's got the rage going.
Stay away from him!
So, let's see. Is that Jup's turn? Is he's going to 5-foot step away from this blue lady who's just kicking the shit out of him. And he is going to take a potion out, and he is going to throw it at her feet. So he's going to make this attempt here. Okay, he's going to miss in his haste, and he's going to throw it, and instead of landing there, it's going to land on the serpent creatures, on its tail, basically.
Okay.
So he throws it, and it lands at the base of this serpent creature, and the glass ruptures when it hits the ground, and it turns and starts to expand rapidly into this foam that appears to, like, stick everything that touches to it. So it's like this sticky foam.
Okay.
And it basically roots the serpent creature to the spot.
Nice job, Jep.
Thanks. Next up is the blue-skinned hobgoblin. She is going to probably take a 5-foot step back toward the serpent creature and try to use their club to break this now hardened foam to free their ally.
Poor humans.
You hear the creature say, "Fool, get out of there." And it's around that point where serpent creature's back up. He's going to kind of like have a moment to like look around and see what the hell's actually happening around him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because, it's one thing when you think you're under attack and you rush out and stab the first thing you see. It's another thing when you are kind of able to surveil the situation and really see it and have a second to reflect. And he's like, "Is your name Lavi?"
Lavi's puffed up, and then suddenly you see the feathers kind of go down a second. Just go down a little. Yes. The hell do you know my name for?
"Hester, dear," the creature calls back into the cottage.
Lavi's eyes widen. "Pidge?"
You see, like, taking little hopping steps into the door frame and looking very timid and small is one Hester.
Lavi dive bombs her. Just kind of goes for it and just hugs her, if possible, if I can get through these two.
Yeah, they won't stop you.
And just pretty much just topple her over, roll over, and just squeeze her. "Oh, Pidge, 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 Pidge! You're alive, you're safe, you're here. Oh, Pidge!"
She's confused for about the first quarter second of this, and then she's returning the hug just as tightly.
"Oh, Pidge.
I've missed you so much.
I've missed you. I've been
I'm
searching
so
everywhere for you.
I'm so sorry. I was so stupid. I'm so sorry.
I should have found you sooner. I'm so sorry, Pidge. Can you forgive me?"
Oh, I'm the one that should be asking for forgiveness.
You don't need to ask for anything. I'll give you whatever you want.
She's just, at this point, she's just an insensible crying mass of feathers.
Yeah, Lavi's crying too. "I miss you so much. I was so worried you got killed. And then I heard there was some strange person with you, and I thought they were maybe a murderer or some vile person with a kink. I don't know. Someone who was trying to trick you.
The Oculus just raises an eyebrow. I mean, they're not wrong.
Oh, Pidge. And Lavi's just brushing her hair with their wings.
So sorry. I shouldn't have ran away. And everything happened, and it's just been crazy. And I did meet some interesting people, but it's been really weird. And I think there's something wrong with me now.
What? And Lavi just... their head just locks onto Oculus. What did you do to her?
Oh, claws in. Look, I found your sister, and the two of us were taken captive by some people, alright?
Just a puffy Lavi.
There's no easy way to say this, they did something to her. They tried to do something to me, but I don't think it worked.
And turns their attention back to Pidge. Pidge, what's happening? What's going on?
It's kind of embarrassing.
Whisper it to me.
I don't know why it's happening, but I'm having a lot of eggs.
How often?
Twice a day.
Twice a day?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't understand. I think they fed me something, and I don't know what it did. I thought it would stop, and it hasn't.
Lessened at all?
No, I don't know. It seems like it was once a day when I left, and now it's twice.
It's gotten worse.
I'm scared.
No. It's okay. It's okay, Pidge. I'm here now. I'm here. You're safe. I'm with you. And I'll always be with you now on.
She just continues hugging you tightly. I love you so much, sister.
I love you too. And while hugging, Lavi kind of side-eyes the other two in the door.
You see Jup is like side-eyeing the two of them, but he's on the opposite side of them as you. And the hobgoblin keeps like looking back and forth between the human and you. Not sure which one is going to be the aggressor in the next fight that's sure to come any second now.
Lavi will actually pick up Pidge and walk over. Still hugging her. Of course. She's tiny. Lavi can do this. Just look back and forth between the weird four-armed creature and the hobgoblin. Thank you for helping my sister. It's worth.
Well, I promised her that I would get her back home, or at least reunite her with her sister. She talks about you a lot, you know.
I talk a lot about her. She's my everything.
Jup will nod.
Now, if you don't mind, this is Jup's home, just so you know. Just staring at the two.
The hobgoblin will respond. His home looked abandoned. We needed shelter.
Well, Jup, this is your home. You can invite other people. It's your decision.
Well, I don't like having folk bust into my house and then whap me over the head a bunch of times. He's rubbing the top of his head. But seeing as it was a misunderstanding, I'm willing to be the bigger person here and let bygones be bygones.
Lavi looks over at the blue creature.
The blue creature is just sort of like scowling at Jup, and you get the sense that she doesn't really like humans.
He's perfectly fine. He won't hurt you. If you hadn't noticed, he just is your friend that side-eyes the blue snake person.
Who is like really just now like they've sheathed their weapons, and they're kind of like picking at this foam, which has really done a number on sticking to them. It looks like they're gonna... And it's kind of like tisking, like, oh, gee.
Lavi can't help but laugh.
Because it's like, it's going to have to be like scrubbed off.
Oh, yeah.
And it's such a pain in the ass.
Jeff,
and all the water around here is going to be super muddy. It's just...
Jeff, you wouldn't happen to have a reagent to get rid of the stone foam?
It's a good name for it. I think I'm going to call it that from now on.
Lavi was happy just talking.
Always called it sticky stuff, but stone foam has a better name to it, I think. Better ring.
Well...
But yeah, of course I got a solvent for it.
Maybe that's what I can do in our shop. I can name things.
Yeah. You have a shop?
Oh, Pidge. Lavi will let Hester down.
She hops up and looks up at you. You got a shop?
Not yet. This is Jup. I met him while searching, become really close.
She hops over to Jup and looks up at him. And Jup is going to take a knee to where he's at eye level. And he's going to say, your sister has spoken very highly of you, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I think Lavi's in love.
And he's going to hold out a hand to shake. Pidge is not exactly sure how to respond to that gesture, but just sticks a wing out.
Lavi's attention is just on this interaction.
Pidge, can I call you that? Pidge will nod. May I say that I think your sister's right. You have a very beautiful sheen to your feathers.
He noticed.
That, or he either noticed or he heard you say it often enough and he's just repeating it. You're not really sure.
Who cares? Lavi's happy.
The important part is that Pidge is very, very tickled by this. She thanks him. Meanwhile, the solvent was handed over to Razor, who is currently applying it to Yoculus, and then rubbing it across to remove the stone foam.
Lavi's wings are just over their mouth, and they just look pleased as peaches.
So, you're sure you don't mind us staying the night here?
Well, you did protect my sister. As long as it's fine with Jup.
Like I said, bygones and all that.
You know my name, should I ask?
Terribly rude of me. I'm so sorry. You may call me Yakul. And do you think that would be... No? What do you think?
Oh, totally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was making sure.
No,
Okay.
I was hoping you would give the full name for that one. Yeah, he has more of a for innocence kind of stuff. Yoculus is for either telling the truth, maybe flirting, and Jackie's for special occasions.
Yoculus is going to kind of roll themselves, roll their body toward you in kind of a, I don't want to quite say sensual way, but definitely provocative way.
I mean, that might just be the way he moves.
That's pretty much that's also a lot of the way that Yoculus just moves. But he's going to move a hand forward and kind of offer it to you, but in a you should take my hand and kiss it kind of way. Just pleasure to meet you.
Down at the hand and look up at him, and then look over at the hobgoblin.
The hobgoblin just scowls at you.
Yeah, I'm good. No, thank you, miss.
Suit yourself. The name's Yoculus, and I'm glad that we got your sister back to you.
Me too.
So there's that.
It's very nice to meet you, and you? Lavi will look over to the hobgoblin. What's your name?
I am Razor.
It's nice to meet you, Ray.
She continues scowling. She seems genuinely unhappy about everything right now.
Lavi will approach slightly, holding out a wing to Razor. I'm sorry about your wounds.
Oh, I got something for that.
Oh, thank you, Jep.
Jep shakes up a potion, hands it over to you.
Lavi will offer out a wing as if asking for whatever area is needed to be applied to.
Razor kind of, at first, hesitantly reaches a hand forward, and then snatches it away from you. Snatches the bottle out of your wing.
Oh.
Pops the top and drinks it. So I'm going to roll a
Lavi
D8
just blinks in surprise.
Okay. So that's going to heal Razor by a fair amount of damage. Looks like a lot of the wounds from the slash close, leaving smaller, barely visible scars, and partial wounds that are still not completely closed as well. So she's still somewhat injured. But she drinks it, and then, tosses the bottle onto the ground, and is like, ugh, what is in that?
Oh, it might taste like alcohol. Jup is really good at mixing things. He makes them taste quite delicious compared to apparently what they're supposed to taste like.
The snake creature looks interested suddenly. They're delicious, you say?
Oh, quite. He actually won a competition against a bartender back in Zareth.
I met a bartender in Zareth. He was delicious.
Lavi's trying not to gag, but their face obviously looks disturbed. Okay. Actually, he was flirting with me originally, and that's kind of what ended up making the competition happen. He made
very
cherry things.
Lots of jewelry.
Yes, Very much so.
Kind of darker skin, facial hair like this.
He was quite lovely, yes.
Well, I think we've had a similar road we've been traveling then.
I sure hope so. I've been searching high and low for my sister. Went straight to Zareth just to find out I'd missed her.
Razor will speak up. We avoided the roads. Too many humans.
Well, at least it makes sense. But why are you afraid of humans? I don't think Lavi knows what Razor is.
They kill my kind.
But...
We are in a state of war.
Oh, I had no idea. How many wars are going on down here?
She looks confused by your question. It is the war. The only war.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard of any.
It is the hobgoblins. We are...
Oh, what's that?
People like me.
Oh, well, how
She
could someone
gestures-
as lovely as you get into a war?
She gestures to her ears, and then she holds up like her hand to show the blue skin tone, and she has like almost solid red eyes as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, she definitely doesn't look human.
Well, yeah, but Lavi doesn't know how many other races there are. If anything, this could be an elf to them. Well, and because Razor is a female, Lavi knows how to talk to women normally. There is a sort of air that goes about them when that happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the default norm for Lavi.
Yeah. Well, if there's a whole race of beautiful women like yourself, how could you all go to war?
She just looks confused at you at first, and then kind of angry.
Lavi looks a little nervous from the angry part. That's not usually the response I get.
We are in a struggle for our very survival. This is not some game.
Well, I'm a Harpy. I don't know if you've met one before. I haven't met a hobgoblin before, but you look great.
She just blinks at you.
Innocent blinks back, and a smile.
I have spent my life training to lead those into combat.
Sounds tiring.
Are
you doing okay? Do you want to talk about it?
Words are hollow and largely meaningless.
Oh, well then actions then.
Actions are important.
So, thinks about it for a second. Tell me how you feel by trading blows. Lavi kind of steps forward with their ungways, and you can see their talons flex.
My weapons were taken from me. She holds up this like shitty piece of wood that she's been using as a weapon. This is hardly enough.
Lavi looks over to Yaculus and with all four of his weapons. So why don't you take one of hers?
They're too small. The blades I use were nearly the size of myself.
Oh, sword of some kind. Got it. Well. Then Lavi will look over to Yaculus. And you? What's your story?
Oh, honey. My story is one of tragedy and some hot interludes. Probably too much to handle right now.
Please tell me you didn't talk to my sister that way. Just a very flat expression.
So at this point, Hester's off talking with Jupp currently.
Yeah.
So we'll say they're out of earshot. Oh, in front of the little one? Of course not. I'm not about to scar someone.
She's 28 years. She's an adult.
Well, I mean...
You do realize she's literally the same age as me.
Well, pardon me for saying this, but I think you've inherited all of the more interesting traits.
Lavi's starting to get a little puffy. And what is that? Because Lavi's taking that as an insult towards Pidge.
Of course. Yaculus is going to try to compliment Lavi's general overall look and be kind of flirtatious about it.
Lavi doesn't care. They care about Pidge.
I know. I know. I fully understand that this is not going to work. But it's also probably what Yaculus would do in this situation.
This is perfect. Okay. Oh, do I? Miss?
Yes?
I have decided not to kill you, but I do hate you.
Some people can't accept a compliment.
It's not about a compliment. All I hear is insults towards my sister.
I would never.
Never.
Your sister has been my ward and sworn duty to protect for the last few weeks.
There's a small lightness to Lavi's expression.
And I must say, I've grown quite fond of that sleepy, happy little ball of sunshine. Adorable.
There's the small, genuine smile. Don't you love it when he does the little hop to get your attention?
Mm-hmm.
She's just so cute.
She's a perfect little, adorable...
Isn't she?
This perfect little adorable mass of just innocent, childlike wonder.
Oh, she's perfect. And now Lavi's gushing about their sister. Because it's their weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and her little feathers, they're just so dainty. She's literally the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then Lavi kind of realizes they've just been talking about Pidge for ever currently. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm not exactly, a big fan of the whole compliment. I don't comments. I'm sorry.
Huh. I'll forgive you.
Easily.
You sound like my friend here. Indicating Razor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about you, but it's dark out now, and I need my beauty sleep.
Of course,
So,
Miss Yaculus.
If you'll excuse me. And Yaculus is going to move past you into the house, and will probably try to, bump you with their hips on their way in.
Lavi knows this game. There's a weird conflict.
Go on.
Well, he liked Pidge, and that's even without, Lavi saying anything. Much, at least. Other than being insulted at first. Well, that's...
What?
Oh, she was just really nice. It's not really normal people that I know to...
Your sister is weak, mostly helpless, and largely useless around a camp. She has an innocence that is admirable, though. It reminds me of childhood.
I thought about clawing out your eyes for... just smiling off into the distance, talking to Razor.
I would very much like to fight you, and not have you take advantage of a surprise.
Lavi said, but you're the one who surprised us.
If you should like to fight, I would be happy to do so.
Sure, Jup can heal us up at the end.
Are you sure?
He heals me up all the time whenever I make mistakes.
And you're making another one right now.
What do you mean?
As I said, I have trained my entire life for battle. This won't be a fair fight.
Even so, you said your words are your actions, correct? And I'd like to get to know you that way.
Razor smiles at you.
Everyone has their own language. You just gotta learn it. Plain and simple.
Jup and Pidge return at this point. Lavi!
Yes, Pidge?
Your friend's really nice.
You like him?
Yeah. He said that my feathers had a nice shine to them and talked about it like you would. Did you tell him to say that?
Not at all. Pidge, would I lie to you?
I mean, probably.
Pidge! Mischievous smile at their sister.
Mischievous smile back. Well,
I just wanted to say that he's not exactly just my friend, though.
What do you mean?
Well, I sort of consider him a mate of sorts.
She kind of blinks twice, blankly at you. Lavi.
What?
That's a male.
I know.
Are you sure? I've never even heard of that before.
Well, I don't really like any. Lavi looks actually nervous in a way, as if they've disappointed their sister.
Well, I think that he's really nice, and if he makes you happy, then I think that you made a good decision.
Lavi smiles, kneels down to hug their sister.
I mean, it's way better than Spina.
Don't even talk about her. You know what happened.
Hey, what did Mom say to you about swearing?
I'm not gonna get a mate that way if everyone sees...
That's right. But I guess if you already found one, then I guess you can swear, huh?
Lavi shrugs.
Unless your friend doesn't like to hear you swear.
Chap? Lavi looks over to...
Yeah, Lavi?
Do you mind that I swear?
Shoot, not at all.
Oh, cool. Anyways. Just looks back at Pidge. I think I'm good. Well, next up is to find you a mate, no?
What?
Oh, come on, we're both old enough.
I haven't really even considered that.
Yeah, but, I'm bringing you home. Unless you want to stay down here with me and Jup.
Nobody up there really cares, for me. They'll make fun of me and say things, and I don't know, I just don't...
So stay down here with us.
Okay.
That easy?
Twist my wing.
Perfect. So what we're gonna do, Lavi's already planning ahead pretty much. Me and Jep are gonna find a place, and we're gonna have an alchemy shop. And I think you, and Lavi will poke her with an index feather. You are gonna be a perfect person to figure out where we're gonna set up. You've always been good. You know exactly what times are right for what things.
Well, I mean, I had to, because I wasn't the strongest flyer, so I had to be good at the economics.
And that's why you're perfect with us.
You sure?
Of course.
You mean it?
I mean, we already talked about it, and Lavi will gesture between Jup and themselves.
I'd love to. She springs forward and gives you a hug.
Oh, I hug my little sis back! I missed her so much!
If you are done hugging and bandying words about, I should like to fight you.
Right now. Alright.
Would you rather wait?
Lavi will stretch. No. I think it's a good time.
No weapons. She indicates, pointing at your ungways.
Alright. And Lavi will start to detach them with their talons one at a time.
Mm-hmm. Razor will stretch, crack their back, take the club that they've had and toss it to the ground nearby.
Lavi will kind of flutter out to the yard, I guess.
Okay. It'll be a quick fight.
I'm just getting to know you. That's all.
Very well. If you're sure you don't wish to surrender now.
And you said just no weapons, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Can I do a quick action of shield?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. Let's see.
So you cast shield on yourself.
Well, totally.
All right. Okay. So I rolled initiatives. Razor has 1.
Okay.
Razor begins their turn by making a running motion toward you, like moving over to you as quickly as she can, and then just straight up leaping at you.
Okay.
You get an attack of opportunity. No, you don't. You're flat-footed. Sorry. Never mind. She is going to make a combat maneuver against you.
Okay.
Alrighty. Wow. Nat 20.
What?
Okay.
Did she just fucking coup de grace me?
No, she rushes up, and she is going to grab you, and she grabs around with both of her arms and claps your wings to your sides and puts you in like a bear hug.
Yeah.
And so the both of you now land. You land on your back, and she's on top of you, and she's just like squeezing you really hard, and she's like grinning right into your face.
All right, but
all right. So you are grappled.
But my weapons aren't exactly my arms.
Right.
May I claw at her?
It would be difficult, but you can try to make a grapple in order to use a natural attack. So you can make a grapple check against Razor in order to get to a position where you can try to slash.
Yikes.
Okay. You try, and it does not work out so well. You kind of thrash around, and at that point, Razor will readjust her legs to kind of wrap around your knees and pull those together to basically get you, like, completely pinned, basically.
Okay.
And like I said, she's moving in such a way that she appears very well versed in grappling.
Okay.
As a combat style. So she wraps her legs around your knees, flexes her thighs, and pulls your legs together, and continues flexing her arms and holding your wings at your sides. So since she has now won an advantage grapple, she has effectively pinned you. So she's now grinning at you, again, like an inch from your face, with kind of like needle-sharp teeth in her mouth. And she looks very, very happy with the situation. I told you it would be a short fight.
I can't Ray of Frost or anything, because that would involve move.
Yeah, you can't. You currently would be considered helpless.
Okay.
She has pinned you.
Lavi's just looking up at her. And they kind of just stop struggling and is just analyzing, because this is her language, so Lavi's kind of registering what it all means. So you got your steam out. Feel better?
She continues squeezing you, and will probably, like, get right up on you, like, her face right up to your, like, nose to nose, and she breathes, and you get the sense that she is enjoying this. She seems to enjoy being in a dominant position over someone.
You're one of those?
She's going to clap her jaws at you. She's going to, like, click her teeth just a little bit away from your nose. She kind of is making a low growling noise in the back of her throat.
Lavi's trying not to smile.
She seems to be, like I said, somewhat bestial a little bit in the way she moves.
Now don't bite me too hard. I have sensitive...
But I am allowed to bite you then.
Lavi stopped struggling, so they're just looking at her. But this is all the game that Lavi's used to playing.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it doesn't hurt too bad, but only a little. A playful sticking out of a tongue.
Then in that case, she's probably going to lean down and she's gonna like lightly bite one of your ears.
My feather ears.
Yeah.
That must be an interesting sensation for her.
Mm-hmm. Then she's probably going to like lean back, let go of your like unpin your arms rather, and then kind of sit back and like sitting to where she's like in a sitting position on your legs.
Mm-hmm. Lavi's still kind of laying down. So, a little bit better getting that out of your system.
She kind of like, her head tilts back in like a prideful stance. Yes.
Good.
Don't you forget.
Forget what?
The pecking order.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a beak. Lavi's like, is this a bird joke? Like,
is this like a bird thing? Is this like a racist thing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What is this? She scowls a little bit at you, and then, like, bounces back to her feet and leaves you on the ground.
Lavi will wait a second and then roll over and then lift themselves up. And I'm all dusty again. Great.
Jup is already walking over to you with a towel.
Thank you.
It's a dry towel, and he's like dusting you off with it.
Lavi will kind of do that little bird vibration to get gunk off of you.
Was that really a smart move? Antagonizing them like that?
Oh, it's the way she talks. She's completely fine.
Alright. I just don't want you to get hurt. She seems kind of feral.
I really hurt her when I saw her. It was good for her.
So you let her win?
Yeah.
That was real nice of you. That's real nice of you, Lavi.
She needed it. So Lavi will start walking back with Jup to the...
Alright, so you enter the house now for the first time, and it's a hovel, for sure. It's got, a couple of shelves built into the walls. There's a little bed that's raised up off the ground. The floor is kind of uneven, not well joined together wooden boards. But it's dry, and that's kind of the thing, right? At least it's dry.
At least it's dry.
So, in a place like the Zash Basin, that's usually like the best kind of place you're going to find, is a place that's just kind of dry.
Makes sense.
So, there's not a whole lot of space in here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yoculus will curl up in a corner. Pidge is not sure. Like, Pidge is probably going to go somewhere elevated and perch to sleep.
Yeah.
Jup wants his bed. So does Razor.
Lavi
The two of them.
just kind of walks over and just... You said the bed was raised?
It's raised off the floor, yeah.
Okay. Like, while they're glaring at each other, Lavi will just kind of walk past and then start nesting almost.
Razor scowls at this, and then eventually goes over and settles down to go to sleep next to Yoculus then.
Mm-hmm.
Jup will lay down in the bed, which is barely big enough to fit the both of you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, thanks.
I'm really good at doing things.
He gives you a quick kiss. You hear a little squeak coming from across the hovel. And you see Pidge, put a wing up over her head. I think it went about as good as it could have, all things considered.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have made it. What we did was just luckiest thing.
Lavi will kind of press themselves against him and cuddle.
Good night, Lavi. Yeah.
And Lavi will kind of put their wing over sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Make a perception check.
Worst stat right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a 15.
As you're settling into sleep, you hear something outside the hovel. You hear a twig snap.
Lavi moves their wing down, kind of moves up a little bit, but they're trying not to make any...
Jup's eyes are wide open. He gives you a meaningful look and then looks at the door and then nods. Razor's also already on her feet.
Lavi's gonna flutter off of the bed and start putting on their ungues.
Yoculus, lazily raises up and is like, what's everybody doing?
Lavi just shoots him a glare and then looks over at Razor like, shut up your friend.
Yoculus looks genuinely confused as to why everyone's suddenly mad at him. And And it's about at that point where the door is kicked in and a device, something, rolls in on the ground. It's about the size of a fist. Maybe it's like the size of an orange, maybe. Rolls in onto the floor.
Can I kick it back out?
It's this gray ball. And you go to kick it, but it flashes this bright white flash of light, as well as this deafening thunderclap sound. Make a fortitude save.
Okie dokie. Oof, that's a bad roll. 7.
Yeah, you fall to the ground, and you are completely disoriented and stunned.
Can I see anything?
No, all you see are like halos of light as your eyes are trying to adjust to everything. But you can hear, but you can't tell where the sounds are coming from, and you can't really move yourself that coherently. Like you have been completely disoriented.
I mean, I was right next to it.
You were right next to it, so you're pretty much blinded right now, and you can't really move around very easy. But you can feel the ground,
Okay.
and you can hear things, and what you hear are shouts and screams, and you also hear the sound of spells. You hear magic as well.
If I can hear magic, I'm gonna cast shield on myself then.
Okay, you can try to cast shield on yourself. Sure,
Okay.
go for it. Okay, you cast shield on yourself, and you hear more screams, and it's becoming silent. Like you hear Pidge scream, and then it's silenced. It's like cut off partway through the scream. You hear the guttural kind of roar of Razor,
Yeah.
and then it's also cut off midway through. You hear Jup say like, get away, get back, and then that stops and cuts off.
And Lavi's trying to look around and try to see something. Anything.
And you blink, and you're looking around, you're trying to see what's happening, and as your eyes are finally starting to readjust, you see a couple of figures standing over you, and they're wearing these black robes with these masks over their faces that have like gold inlay on them, and they look down at you, and one of them says, "This will do as a backup. Bring it with us." And he's going to cast a spell. I need you to make a will save.
Really? That's a 5.
You are rendered unconscious.
Ugh. Shit. Okay. Do I wake up?
Not today.
No! 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 Fucking duck!
And that is where we're going to leave Lavinia until chapter 5.
My babies! I was just reunited with my sister.
So there you go.
Damn.
So we left off with Moo standing in the room there with the teleporter. Everyone else has moved through the teleporter, and Moo has just wished that someone had just pushed them through and saved them the trouble of having to make this decision on their own.
It's highly inconvenient.
Mm-hmm. So what's all Moo doing?
So Moo walked through the teleporter with their hands covering their face.
All right. You step into that, and you feel this strange tingling sensation, and then suddenly you step out onto the other side, or rather you are sort of set out onto the other side, and the room is now stifling hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. Your eyes are covered by your hands currently.
Okay. Moo's gonna open one slightly to look out, but their hands are still on their face.
Okay. You see that you are in a stone room. The room itself is fairly large. You are up on a raised platform. You just came out of what looks like a stone archway. There are 5 other stone archways arrayed in a semicircle around on this raised platform. The other ones appear to be dormant. The one you just stepped through shimmers for a moment and then also is dormant. There are large flaming cauldrons in the corners of the room, illuminating the area quite nicely. And then down from the raised platform and taking up the majority of the space of the room appears to be a large pool of magma or fire of some form. And it makes the room sit in a strange red tint, and it makes the entire place kind of swelteringly hot. Pringle is looking down at it and has like a... Well, actually, make a perception check. Moo.
Oh,
see what you notice.
Boy! I can't... Wait, my intelligence is pretty high.
Too bad it's a wisdom skill.
Well, my wisdom's pretty great, too! Fuck you! And I won! It equals 10! But I still had 1!
That one. Good job. Good job, Moo. Yeah, so this place is spoopy. That's what you get from that roll.
Fuck you! Okay.
I do not like this place. It smells not good.
I don't like this place either.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. It's kind of cozy here.
I'm kind of sweating, like a lot. Like uncomfortably so. You're fine?
The tiefling turns toward you and just like has this bright smile and like just general look of peace and happiness. Well, of course. Why not? It's just fine and dandy down here.
Your body must be fascinating if you can deal with the heat at this temperature.
And Moo will kind of move forward and start looking like they're about to prod Pringle, but they won't.
Pringle looks at you, and their expression doesn't change, but their tail kind of twitches a little bit as you almost prod them.
Sorry. I'm not going to touch you. I don't like being touched either. It's just, your body must be fascinating.
Oh, I've been told that before.
Okay. That's by someone other than me?
Oh, sure. There's lots of folks that think that, I got a nice body.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I said your body was fascinating.
Sure it is. The tiefling will give you a wink, and then turn to look back down at the fire in the middle of the room.
Moo looks confused, but shrugs it off.
So what do y'all think it's for?
I don't know. Throwing bodies in. Perhaps it's part of alchemical creations. Would be kind of cool. Cause explosions with it.
Pedor just keeps sniffing at the air in here.
Is everything okay, Pedor?
Yes. It smells like enemies. Like the people who we fought in there. They have their scent is in the air here.
That's a very particular nose you have, but it's good to know. We should stay on guard and stuff.
And there is something else, too, that smells different. I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't smell like a person.
Well, would it be a thing or a chemical, perhaps?
Peter just kind of growls, just as a note, meaning I'm not sure.
Well, we'll work with what we have.
Well,
thanks for the heads up.
Bog will step up one and say, well, I've always known Pedor's nose to be, trustworthy. It means we're maybe dealing with something strange around here. Well, stranger than cultists and fire pits and teleporters, I guess.
Well, let's just take it one step at a time. We could always go back, right?
And Moo will turn back to the teleporter,
Mm-hmm.
or where they came through at least. Is there still a glowing thing?
Nope. No. It's dormant.
Oh shit!
It's like the other 5 on the raised platform. It is dormant now.
Well, I would like to say we could go back, but we have a slight issue.
Bernie will walk up to it. Maybe it activates when you walk into it. And he moves into the middle of the archway, and absolutely nothing happens. He starts poking it with the end of his bow, just testing it, and nothing's happening at all. This might be a problem, guys.
Yeah, I think this is a huge problem, and it wasn't my idea to go in here first. So this is
Shucks, guys, this ain't a problem at all. This is just my lord telling me the right way to go. Pringle moves and starts to walk down the staircase.
Or maybe we should stick together at least, so that we're not, splitting up and
then,
getting danger.
Fine, well then come along, y'all. Let's get going.
Okay.
Moo looks nervously at the other three that they're familiar with, I don't think they'd look at Presley or even acknowledge they exist, really, since Presley hasn't talked to them. It's just another being that exists right there, who has a face.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't touched me, so it's great.
Pedro, do you think we're gonna be okay?
Do not worry, Moo. I am with you. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to make it through this. Just stay close and everything will be alright.
Okay, I promise. It'll be A-okay.
Mm.
The A stands for, alchemy.
Yeah. Peter gives you like one sharp little laugh. So Pringle is going to move their way down the staircase and walk up to the pit of fire in the middle of the room. Presley's kind of staying right behind Pringle. Bog is going to lead, the more closely knit group that Moo's familiar with down the stairs, with Pedor right behind Bog.
Whoops.
That's fine.
I'm efficient.
It's all good. And Bernie holding up the rear with his bow. So, as you get down to the base level of the room, like I said before, it is swelteringly hot. Like this pit in the middle of the room is filled with what looks kind of like molten rock and little bursts of fire here and there. And it's making the room extremely uncomfortably warm. So yeah, you're definitely like sweating a little bit, and it's pretty warm in this place. Now,
Is it warm as in your upper lip starts sweating? Because that usually means it's way too fucking hot.
I mean, given enough time, it sure will, but it's not affecting you adversely just yet, so it's nothing that's going to incur any kind of penalties. But if you were to stay in this room for a while, it definitely would. So, Pringle is like looking at the fire, and it appears that she is just really kind of happy to see this much flames in one place. She kind of like says under her breath, "It looks just like I thought it would." And
Have you been here before? Or is...
Oh, shoot, no. I was just meaning that I hadn't ever seen this in person before, but it looks just like I'd hoped. The fire and well, reminds me of some place I was hoping to see someday. Don't you worry your little self about it.
I worry about everything.
Pringle's gonna move forward a little further and start to kind of like poke the lava with Lover's Mercy.
Is your weapon going to me?
Oh, of course. Sweetie, it'll do just fine. It was a gift from my lord.
You keep saying my lord. What exactly is a lord? Is that like royalty?
Mm-hmm, kinda. He saved me when I was younger, and I owe my life to him. So I've dedicated my life to following his teachings.
Oh, well that's pretty great.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. And he lives in a place filled with stuff like this, but these people, they're his enemies. And, well, I've been sent here to kill them all.
To kill?
Well, stop or put down. I mean, they killed my family, so I'm here to get some revenge.
That earlier. Well, and they did take my book, so, how about, as long as I'm getting my books back, help you in the meantime?
Sounds fine to me. More people to help me would be awful nice.
I'm a very good body. I'm tall. For a human.
You hear Bernie kind of stifle a laugh next to you.
And like Moo will just lean back.
Is that not the correct way to talk?
No, I think it's fine. It seemed funny. Sorry. Shutting up.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't mess up.
I think Pedor will lean in and kind of whisper. I think they laughed because it sounded like something like sex.
Ew, no! You know I don't like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was telling you that.
Barney.
I'm sorry, it sounded like that and I laughed, alright?
Oh, shit.
Moo just looks embarrassed.
So Pringle starts...
Almost as if they're pouting.
So Pringle will move a little bit further into the room, and I'd like you to make another perception check.
Oh boy, I sure hope it's better than a fucking 1. Are you kidding me?
I think that's
I just
better
had
than
20.
a 1. I think it's better than a
29.
1. Yeah, that's better than a 1.
Fuck.
All right.
Okay.
So, with a 29 perception, you notice something rippling under the surface of the lava near the far end. Something is moving under the surface of it, causing it to sort of ripple and change shape. You think there's something in that pool.
Not to be a bearer of bad news, but are there beings who can be under really hot, lava-looking stuff? Lake of fire.
Well, I am not sure.
Well, to be a second bearer of bad news, it looks like there's something swimming down there, and I'm kind of freaked out.
All right. So Pringle seems undeterred, moves forward, weapon out and ready, and as they do that, something is going to burst forth. So I'm going to go ahead and lock tokens.
Okay.
What you see is a being, a creature that looks vaguely humanoid shaped but made out of fire, bursts out of the lava near Pringle and appears to be somewhat hostile looking. You think it's moving to attack, and you have rolled the highest initiative in the party, so
Of course I have.
What would Moo like to do?
I'm pretty sure I'll just throw a bomb at it.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm resting myself since all my stuff is still clicked.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me rest the party. I think you guys were rested, right? Well, no, you guys you hadn't rested, right?
What do you mean?
You just... Oh, no, you had. Sorry. It would be Pringle and Presley that haven't rested.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, yeah. Okay, manually set yourself. You're correct. My apologies.
That's fine. I forgive you.
Aww, you're the best.
I know.
Let's see. Can I throw a bomb at this distance to hit that guy, or do I have to move like
No,
5 to 10?
No, you can throw a bomb.
Throw
You're 35 feet away. I believe the range increment on a bomb was 20 feet. So you're going to take a -2 to the attack.
Oh, I'll get closer then.
Oh, okay. I mean, -2 is not really that bad of a penalty. So.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. So you
I'll
move
move
down
10
the.
feet ahead.
All right. You move down the stairs and then drop south. So you're right at the edge of the fire, and it's very warm there, by the way.
Heading down the stairs moves just like. All right. So, throw the save and then the damage.
You gotta need to throw the attack first. You gotta hit it with the bomb.
Okay.
Yep. Alrighty.
15?
So you throw the bomb and it strikes dead mass, like center mass, on this creature and bursts and explodes into your bomb explodes into a burst of fire.
Okay. Oh.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
So, do you have the ability to where allies don't take damage from your bombs?
I didn't even know that was ability, but I know Pringle isn't affected by bombs.
Well, Pringle has a resistance to fire, not an immunity.
Is it true? Okay. Well, every time we've thrown a bomb, she hasn't been affected.
Let me make sure what your damage is. Actually, your minimum damage is 5.
Yeah.
And Pringle's resistance is 5. So yeah, Pringle, at your current bomb level, you cannot harm Pringle with a splash.
This is correct.
So that's excellent. Okay, in that case, the bomb will go off, and there's sort of like this, this burst of energy as this bomb goes off, and there's like flames shoot out in every direction, and it just sort of washes over Pringle, and she's just smiling. She thinks it's nice, and the flames burn away, and the creature that's standing there is totally unfazed by it.
I don't think it's affected by fire.
All right, so it's going to make an attack against Pringle. It is going to strike, and it is going to do 2 points of fire damage. So that is actually going to be ignored by Pringle. So let me go ahead and remove those damages. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
All right.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, Pador's up. Pador's going to rapid shot. Ooh, nat 20. Oh, shit! A double 20 critical.
Yes!
Wow.
Yeah, Pador.
Good job, Pador. All right, let's see how that
That's
does.
not bit.
All right, so piercing critical Alright, so let me roll damage. Boom. 25 damage to the creature on the first hit.
Damn.
The other shot misses. And that is paid. So the arrow will like strike true and strike this thing in what would be kind of the neck area. Now, technically speaking, elementals are immune to critical hits, but fuck it. It's fun.
Also, is there a card that gets pulled then?
Yeah, but the card doesn't apply. It says that it takes bleeding damage, and it's made of
Aw.
fire. Flames can't bleed.
Boring.
It does. I mean, it does do triple damage because it's a longbow. Longbows have that ×3 critical, so
That's true.
Paydor hits like a truck there, so that's awesome. All
I can
right,
just imagine that, like, the release of that arrow. Just slow motion.
all right. Bog's going to fire off a bow. It's going to miss. Bernie's going to fire off a bow.
She's got a bunch of ranged kids.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of archers in this party. It's going to hit, and it's going to do 5 points of damage. It appears that this elemental is now heavily injured. Pringle's up. And
Oh shit!
Pringle's probably just going to swing Lover's Mercy, because channeling would not really make a lot of sense right now with this many allies nearby. Alright. And Pringle is going to swing Lover's Mercy and hit, and roll damage, and deal 5 points of damage, causing the fire elemental to poof into ashes and fall back down into the lava.
Bless this mess. Oh.
See, sweeties? It wasn't that hard at all.
Actually, I think Paydor probably, like, pretty bad, you know, just words.
Yeah, the other tiefling will speak up. Yeah, it seemed like that arrow from your friend there really did a number on that thing.
Yeah, Paydor's really strong.
So, the elemental, by the way, that popped out was maybe the size of a human child. I don't know if I mentioned that. It was what would be considered a small fire elemental.
Okay.
So it was the size of a halfling or a human child. Bursting forth from the center of the area is going to be this. This one's the size of a human.
We killed its child.
And it's going to move next to Pringle. And it's going to make another slam attack against Pringle. And this one actually carries some weight to it. Like, this thing has more of a physical form. So it doesn't just do fire damage. It does bludgeoning and fire damage. So
Yum!
that's 4 points of damage to Pringle. And that's going to take us back to Moo. Moo, you're up. And there is a medium fire elemental attacking Pringle. It just came in and swiped at Pringle and hit her for a little bit of damage there.
Sure did. I don't have a lot of spells that involve attacking that are fire. I'm gonna cast Shock Shield on myself then.
Okay. You don't need to make a cast roll check. Let's see what this thing does here. Shield gives you a +2 bonus to AC. You can dismiss it as a free action, at which it deals 1d6 points of electrical damage to all creatures within a 5-foot burst, including you. That's interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like Moo.
You cast Shock Shield on yourself. You have a move action left. What would you like to do?
I would like to step back.
Okay.
About 10 feet to the east. Kind of
All right.
huddle into the corner between the stairs and the wall.
You got it. You move.
Area.
You move 10 feet west and end your turn. Alrighty. So that will be... Sure. Stabilization on it. It's gone. I'm just going to remove it. Boom. Alright. So what happens next is out of the fire, another small elemental is going to appear. This one's going to move up 15 feet and attack Bog. It's going to miss. And another one is going to burst out over here, and it's going to move up 20 feet here and attack Pringle. And it's going to hit and deal bludgeoning damage of 1. Alright. That takes us to Paydor. Paydor's going to take a 5-foot step back and fire their rapid shot at the small elemental that's attacking Bog. One shot will hit. The other shot is a critical miss possibility. So let's see if that confirms.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I have had an attack of opportunity against that elemental? I have a spear.
Oh, does Moo have a reach weapon?
Yeah.
Oh. Your spear was out and everything?
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Then yeah, in that case, go ahead and make a spear attack against Fire Elemental 2.
If the other one wasn't so big, I was gonna hit the small one next before Pringle killed it.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that Moo had a reach weapon. So yeah, if you had a reach weapon and it was equipped, absolutely, go ahead and take a swing at that one.
Achoo!
That's a hit.
16.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Achoo!
1 damage. Nicely done.
You know, I'm kind of useful.
All right, so Pedor's first shot will hit, and Pedor's second shot's a critical miss. So here's the hit. Pedor does 8 damage to the elemental number 2, and then for a critical miss, Pedor draws backfire. The attack damages you instead of your target.
Oh, I get it. I know how to explain this one.
Go ahead.
So, totally when you're aiming a bow, sometimes you kind of have your elbow out wrong, or you don't have it straight all the way sometimes, or it's a bad bow, but Pringle has a good bow. So, sometimes you don't have your arm in the correct position, and when you release, the bow string can go against your arm. That's usually why you see a lot of people in archery with guards right here.
They wear bracers, yeah.
Yeah. So it just hit that hard, it literally does damage to their arm.
You got it.
I like explaining stuff like this.
I like it too. So Pedor's going to roll damage against themselves. Alright, and Pedor strikes, 10 points of damage. Rolled almost max damage against themselves. Yikes. Alright, takes us to Bog. Bog is going to switch to a dagger. 5-foot step over to be flanking with Moo to get a +2 to hit and to get sneak attack possibilities. So here's the dagger attack. That'll hit. You are a level 3 rogue, so you get sneak attack of 2d6. Boom. And dagger damage. Boom.
How is he a higher level than us? What?
Bog has always been level 3.
Fuck you! It's dead. I'm happy.
Yeah. So Bog will move into a flanking position and will deliver a deft strike with his dagger and drop Elemental 2. At this point, Bernie is going to fire a longbow and get a nat 1. Let's see if that confirms. My god, it does confirm. That's the second critical miss for the party in the same round.
What?
Yikes. Alright, errant aim. Re-roll the attack against the creature nearest the target. So, let's see if this hits Bog instead. It do!
No!
Alright, 9 damage. Heavily injuring Bog. Taking him from full life to heavily injured in 1 attack. Pringle is up. And she is going to swing Lover's Mercy at this medium fire elemental and miss. Presley's up. Presley's going to 5 foot back and actually probably more than that. Presley will move all the way back here and fire out a little ray. Actually, no. You know what? I think pretty much everything she had memorized is a fire spell.
Shit on a stick!
She is.
Are you kidding me?
She's a fire sorceress. She's a fire elemental blooded sorceress.
Why are we here?
Not quite true, but almost fire. So she actually does have 1 spell that she could try to do. It will hit. She uses Acid Splash.
Okay.
And deals 1d3 damage. Deals 2 points of damage to fire elemental 3. Yippee woo. Okay, so it does almost nothing. Alright, that's going to take us back around to the medium fire elemental. It's going to swing at Pringle. And hits. And deals max damage. Heavily injuring Pringle. Moo, you're up. That was a bad round. That's what that was.
On a stick! Oh, fucking dog. Who looks really bad? Does Pringle look the worst?
Pringle has taken 12 points and has 8 hit points left. Bog, on the other hand, has taken 9 HP and has 7 hit points left.
Moo's gonna saddle up behind Bog,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna take out a flask and shake it really fast, and mix a couple of stuff in, and then actually, due to the heat in the area, that's kind of how it's mixing a lot faster. And they just reach around and go, just drink this, okay? Just don't say anything about the flavor. Just ingest.
Consume
and I'm
this.
going to cure light wounds on him.
All right, go ahead and roll it. Nice.
Oh, 7! Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Well,
You
that's
heal
9 in
Bog
total.
for 9 hit points,
Yes! Fuck you.
completely removing all of his wounds.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm a good... I mean, we've got to have a healer somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Because
one of these
Pringle's not gonna do it!
one of these characters has got to be able to heal. All right, misses. All right, Pador's up. Pador's going to try to fire that rapid shot at the big one because it's the dangerous thing, right? Double hit.
Yes! Good job, Pador!
First shot hits for 9. Second shot hits for 11. Hot damn good
Fuck
rolls
yeah.
from Pador.
Fuck you!
Does 20 total damage in their turn to that fire elemental.
Love you, Pador. You were...
It's going to take us back to Bog, who is going to try to stab this other one here. This one's not going to get a sneak attack bonus, however. Still manages to hit. Good job, Bog. Deals max damage. 5 points of damage versus small 3.
We're
All right.
doing good!
Bernie's up. Bernie's going to fire his bow at Elemental 3 and miss. Pringle is up again. They're going to get a look of grit and grim determination on their face. And they are going to swing their weapon again, trusting in the effectiveness of Lover's Mercy. And it's going to hit.
Yes!
Rolls 7 damage against medium fire elemental, taking him into the heavily injured category. This takes us back to Presley, who's going to fire another acid splash off. This time it is going to be a critical miss that does not confirm.
Okay.
All right. The medium fire elemental moves back to attack Pringle, viciously striking but missing. Barely.
Okay.
Moo, you have initiative.
Pringle has 8 hit points left, so I'm gonna actually sidle up behind her too, and kind of do the same thing.
Just drink this. It'll make you feel better. Okay. Thanks.
And I'll use Cure Light Wounds on Pringle as well. After moving. Ooh! I healed for 9 again!
Damn, good job. All right, so you move 10 feet over and you use Cure Light Wounds on Pringle, getting her back to, minor damage. That's going to take us to Elemental 3, which is going to attack Bog. That is going to miss, and that takes us back around to Pador, who's going to do another rapid shot. Because fuck these guys. Fuck the big one in particular. That's going to be 2 hits again. Kablam and kablam. And that's enough to drop it. So 2 more shots come out of Pador's bow, and they both land, turning the creature into ash as it falls back into the pool of lava. Mmm. Ow! Ow!
Yeah! Oh!
Bog is going to capitalize on this by attacking the nearby creature, and he's not able to land a blow, sadly.
Damn.
Bernie tries to finish this thing off. He's going to hit, and he's going to deal 4 points of damage.
Not enough?
Not enough, quite enough to kill it, no.
Okay.
So, that is Bernie's turn. That takes us back to Pringle. Pringle's going to swing at this last critter, this last elemental that's up with Lover's Mercy. And that's a hit, and that'll be enough.
Yes!
Pringle wallops it over the head with Lover's Mercy, and it turns from fire into ash and drops to the ground destroyed.
Ugh.
Unlocking tokens. Dropping initiative.
That's a really good thing that they're all gone now. Fuck.
Pringle kind of stretches a little bit. I was just getting warmed up.
Well, I'm glad you're ready for anything. Did the potion, did that little thing I gave you work? All right, are you okay?
I mean, kind of tasted like the wrong end of a donkey, but other than that,
Well, I don't really
seemed
know
to
how to make them.
helped all my wounds a little bit. Almost perfect. I think I'll keep you around.
Okay. What does that mean?
You'll see. And Pringle kind of goes to move on to check out the next part of the room, and will like tap your shoulder with their tail, as she walks past.
Moo will flinch immediately.
Pringle kind of like bounces and bounds past you, kind of walking on the balls of her feet, which you notice she's fucking barefoot. It seems unsanitary.
Really concerning. Feet must be highly calloused to not feel anything. Like anything.
Moo just looks nervously back up at their regular party. And I guess Presley's kind of there too.
Presley will move past you to follow Pringle, and
sorry.
Bog and Bernie will move down with Paydor, and Bog kind of gives you a look. You alright?
Yeah, I don't like to be touched, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Moo. Thanks for that potion. That was... It didn't taste as bad as that tiefling said.
Really?
No, and honestly, really, like, it cured me completely. Like, the wound is gone.
Oh, good.
Like, it worked really well. Great job.
Thank you. I'll work harder next time to make it more efficient even more.
I'm sure you will.
Moo just looks so proud of themselves.
Can any of y'all read this?
What language is it?
I'm not sure.
Well, I know a lot, so excuse me, mister.
And Moo will look over the door. I know Common, Dwarven, Elven, Protean, Sylvan, and Undercommon.
An excellent collection of languages. There are runes inscribed upon this door that you do not recognize. They are written in a language that doesn't make much sense to you.
Man, I was hoping I'd have Protean somewhere in here.
I
I was like, come on!
Give me a linguistics check, please.
Ooh, okay. I'm sure that'll be not as bad as I thought it would be. Never mind, I hate myself. 7.
Okay. You try to identify it, and you can't quite... You think you've seen it before somewhere, but you don't recognize exactly where you saw this, so you're not sure what language this is exactly.
Oh, me as a player though. Is it the symbols?
Maybe.
But
your characters wouldn't know it if it was.
I know, but I want to know.
I can't tell you.
I'm gonna assume it's this.
Okay. You can assume all you like.
I will.
I don't know this. I'm sorry.
I do not recognize it either. It looks kind of like what Father used to study.
And what would that be?
I am not sure. It was... I could never read it.
Oh, well, that's okay. We'll ask him when we go see him, when we have all the books. That'll be plain and simple.
Yes.
Right?
I would like that very much.
We'll do that.
Okay, so none of us know the language, I guess.
Correct.
Womp. Wonder if Yaculus would know.
Possibly. Raised by a historian, like scribe kind of person, maybe.
Like, the person with the most skills out of this team?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call him the smartest, though.
Yeah, Yaculus isn't. I mean, Yaculus has a 19 intelligence. Technically speaking, they're the smartest, and they know Draconic, Elven, Infernal, Sejanese, Serpente, Sylvan, and Villain. Or Villish, as we had called it in the other game. You think you can open it?
I don't know. I could open it, but I can try.
Is the door unlocked?
You're not sure. You can try to open it if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to open it.
Okay. You reach forward and try to open it. As you touch the door's handle, the runes will flash brightly, and I need you to make a reflex save.
Oh boy, I'm sure Oh, that's actually...
Nice.
23! Fuck
okay.
Yeah!
You pull your hand back just in time as the runes sort of cause the door to become energized for a moment. You're sure that whatever that was would not have been pleasant. I'm guessing it must be a lock of some kind.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, just means we need to find the key. Come on, y'all.
Oh, wow, this one's really cheerful.
Follows patiently behind, but nervously because that's just how Moo works.
Oh boy, am I a nervous dark elf. Not that anyone can see that I'm a dark elf. Everyone sees me as a human because my glamour charm.
I really hope that Moo is saying that out loud.
So quiet.
It's a nervous thing. They're talking about how they're a dark elf out loud.
Let's just make it canon. Why the hell not? Most people ignore Moo's mumblings anyways.
It's a good thing they don't notice that I'm a dark elf.
Not that they would even know, because I'm wearing a glamour charm, which makes me look like a human. I'm a great human. I am such a good human.
Right. And I obviously passed for one because Bernie seemed to like me so much, which just kind of complicates things.
But now him and Fedor are really close.
Seem
and
to be
he
closer.
seems to not
So he hasn't really bothered me since then, so I guess that's a good thing.
Are you playing my character?
I'm sorry.
I thought, what chapter is this? What character?
Wait, who's
What
character?
chapter?
Whose character's out there? Oh, it's Moo? Oh, yeah, I guess I'll just shut the fuck up then, huh?
Fuck you!
Wow. Alright. So, you
George
move...
Lily. Heading down a hallway following Pringle.
Yeah, so Pringle's leading down this hallway here. Presley's sticking close behind. The two tieflings are staying together. And you come across another door here on the left side of this hallway.
Okay.
And there is a turn further down, about 30 or 40 feet down the hallway. It turns sharply to the left.
Okay.
So Bernie and Pedor are going to get into position to fire down the hallway, and Bog's going to probably move forward and ahead, and he's going to hold up a finger over his mouth, and he's going to move forward, because Bog, as you know, is a rouge, and rouges
Please, no.
No?
Call it rogue.
Okay, I'm sorry for trying to make a joke. My God.
This is not Rouge the Bat.
Of course that's where your brain...
Bog the Rogue.
Of course that's where your brain would go, you Sanic fan. So, Bog moves up to this door and does a listen. And let's see what he thinks is in there. So he's going to look at it. There we go. He looks at the door, he listens up to it, and then he looks at the rest of the party and he shakes his head no. And he seems to relax a little bit and opens that door. So he's going to walk inside.
What the...
And inside, if you move up a little bit, you'd be able to see it as well. Inside, it's a small chamber with 4 beds, another bowl of fire to illuminate the room, as well as a basin of water and a plant.
What kind of plant?
It's like you're not sure if it's decorative or what, but it's...
I'm gonna inspect it.
Okay, go for it.
It could be new materials for more potions.
It could be, yeah. Make a craft alchemy check, or survival would be fine. Knowledge nature would be fine.
I'll do craft. Is that okay?
Yeah, give me that too, sure. Okay.
Ooh, 26.
And give me a knowledge nature as well, which you have a +9 on. Cool.
24.
Okay. This looks like some sort of species of bamboo, you think? Something similar to it. It's like a partially woody grass. But it appears to be fleshy on the inside, and you think it's probably edible, and it appears to grow in here even without sunlight.
I'm gonna take some.
Okay. You cut some samples off, with make a survival check to try to harvest it. And the craft alchemy check is going to allow you to turn this into something if you want. But you're pretty sure that this plant can be used as like a short-term food source in underground areas.
I got a 9.
It's fine. It's enough that you can hack off a bunch of it. You pretty much destroy the plant in the process, but you get your sample.
Hooray! Nobody cares about nature. We must harvest it.
You got your samples. That's all that's important.
And true.
So Bog will search the area, but aside from the beds and the brazier and the water and the plant, there's really not much in here. So he's going to leave and start sneaking around the corner. Pringle just sort of looks impatient at this whole endeavor. Why are we waiting so much? We could be killing some of these folks and getting, sweet, glorious revenge.
Well, I mean, it's probably not safe to just go in, mace ablazing.
Nonsense. It's always worked for me before. And besides, you have more than healing potions, right?
No, that was it.
Oh, fuck.
That's all the materials I had.
She thinks for a moment and just goes, oh, fuck.
Yeah. So if we actually get into a really bad situation, we're probably gonna die.
Just blank stare at Pringle.
It's not like I walked through that portal first or anything, though, so can't be my fault.
Well.
Smile. Just an innocent smile coming from Moo.
Well, what do you see down there? Let's see. It looks like another hallway. Goes down quite a ways. There's another door and another bend in the hall, so hold on, I'll scout ahead, alright?
Just be safe, Bog.
See it yourself. Bog's gonna make another stealth check and attempt to find his way. He listens at the door, and he's gonna look back, and he's gonna shake his head yes this time.
Shit.
So
Moo awkwardly will turn to Paydor and Bernie and try to make a bow signal to them, and it doesn't look right. It just looks like them pulling their fingers out.
What are you trying to tell us?
Bernie just nodded yes at the door, so
Oh, okay, we will set up here. So Bernie and Paydor are going to set up at the west side of this hallway and get ready. Pringle, and let's see, Presley's going to stay back here as well, sort of as a ranged combatant, but Pringle is going to march right down the hallway.
Oh boy.
Pringle's not exactly the most subtle person.
No. It's almost as if she's wearing heavy armor too and just goes down the hall.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. -4 stealth on that, so woof. Okay,
Pringle!
where's Moo going to be?
I guess I'll kinda be in the middle of everyone.
Okay.
With my spear ready, really awkwardly. I don't think Moo holds it right. They put it right up to their face.
Alright. In that case, Bog is going to open the door, and inside he sees another room. However, inside this room are some folk. There we go. Alright, and he opens the door. He sees two figures in the room. They're having some sort of conversation that he's just interrupted. And he is going to throw a dagger at one of them to open up combat.
Good job, Bog. Yeah.
Alright, it strikes true.
Nice.
And it's going to deal 4 points of damage to a dude in there, and then he's going to back away from the door. We're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
And I'm going to lock tokens. And the winner of initiative is Pringle.
Well, that's
Great.
good.
Alright, Pringle's actually going to delay initiative. Pringle's going to delay to, say, 5.
That's oddly... Okay.
Pretty far down, right? Then again, almost the entire party rolled garbage initiative.
Shut up!
Alright, so, so this wizard is going to 5-foot step over here, cast a spell, and make Pringle make a will save. Pringle passes it with flying colors.
Yes! Okay.
Alright. It's going to take us to Paydor. Paydor can't see shit from down there. So Paydor's going to kind of hurry up 30 feet to here. Still can't see shit.
Okay.
Bog is going to throw another dagger. Wow. Critical threat. Critical hit.
Yes!
5 damage. And critical effect. Hopefully it's something good against a wizard. Alright, elbow pierced. Target drops whatever's being held. Sadly, this wizard wasn't carrying anything. So, the dagger sticks in this wizard's elbow and causes like their right arm to just fall limp after the elbow.
Okay.
Alright, Pringle's up. Pringle is going to forward, boom, and use Lover's Mercy. Actually, oh man. Yeah,
What?
She would want to channel too at some point, but just everybody's too close. Alright, she's going to swing at the wizard and miss. Presley's up. Presley's going to double move 45 feet And that's her turn. Moo, you're up.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna move 20 feet up.
You got it?
I'm gonna toss a bomb into that room.
Okay. Targeting the wizard, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Just gotta find it.
Okay. That's going to miss. So let me see where that scatters to.
I always miss with Moo! Except for when I hit a fire elemental.
It hits Pringle. It hits Pringle. Okay. So roll damage on Pringle.
Okay.
Pringle's going to make a reflex save.
Of course I did, Max.
Let's see. So, bomb reflex. Pringle. Pringle succeeds and takes half damage. So we refund 5 of those damage.
But also fire.
Yep. Which means... so
Nothing happened!
Well, we take 5 damage off, so of the remaining damage. So instead, Pringle would only take 3 points. So Pringle's at 6 damage.
And did I splash anyone with that?
Correct, yes. You splashed both the warrior and the wizard for half damage.
Okay.
Let me see if they fail or succeed your reflex saves. Okay. So the DC is 14. The warrior fails, the wizard succeeds. So the warrior takes 5 points of damage, and the wizard takes 3 points of damage. Boom. Okay. That takes us on to Bernie, who's going to double move up to possibly get a shot next turn. And that takes us to the warrior, who's going to swing a very heavy-looking mace at Pringle. That is going to miss. All right. Wizard's up. Wizard's going to 5-foot step. Well, try to. Can't really 5-foot step onto a bed. Okay. In that case, he's going to attempt to do an acrobatics check.
Okay.
It is going to fail. Pringle gets an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
Swings at the wizard and misses.
Damn.
So the wizard gets up on the bed and is going to cast another spell. This one is going to deal negative energy damage. So let's have Pringle make a fortitude save. Boom. Failed. Okay. Oof. 7 damage to Pringle.
Did that even affect her?
Negative? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Pringle has 7 hit points left. All right.
Dear.
That is Wizard's turn. It's going to take us to Paydor. Paydor is going to move into the room. 15 feet and can fire from there. So moves up 15, fires once at the wizard, hits heavily. Let's see what the damage is here. 9 damage, drops the wizard.
Yes.
Boom.
Fucking wizard.
Arrow to the chest, wizard's down. Paydor and wizards don't get along. Gotta say, Paydor's... Huh?
Wizards don't get along with Paydor.
No, that's true too. Just Paydor's had a rough history with wizards. Alright. Bog. Bog's going to move into the room and risk an attack opportunity from the warrior because he wants to get in there and attack. Go after Bog and misses. Cool. Bog's going to swing his dagger. Swing. And it misses, sadly. Alright, Pringle's up. Pringle is going to swing Lover's Mercy.
Okay.
Lover's Mercy at Forge of Warrior, and that is going to miss. Alright, Presley's up. Presley cannot get a decent shot on these people, so Presley's going to just sort of move over here and end her turn. That takes us back to Moo.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I ain't got nothing on this end.
Okay.
I'll go hang out with Presley.
You got it. Alright, so Bernie is going to try to move into the room and get up on this bed. Forge of Warrior's already burnt his attack of opportunity, so no big deal there. Bernie's going to fire his longbow at the warrior and miss. Warrior swings his heavy mace at Bog. It's a hit. Deals minimum damage. 3 points to Bog.
Aww.
Alright. Takes us to Paydor. Paydor's going to rapid shot.
Yeah, boy! That's my baby.
Jesus Christ. A 1 and a 4. Okay. Let's see if that 1 confirms. And it do. Great. Critical miss.
Am I gonna kill Pringle on accident today? Is that what we're going to do?
Phantom Wind. You compensate for a breeze that isn't there and take a -2 penalty to all ranged attacks for the next 3 rounds.
Shit.
Alright, Bog's up. Bog's going to move... Actually, Bog's on acrobatics. Because he's fucking good at that. Yeah. Bog moves in over here to get into a sneak attack location. Granting himself a bonus for flanking there. Attack with his dagger. It's going to hit. Sneak attack bonus onto Bog and damage. Boom. It's for 11 points of damage on that Forger Warrior.
Nice. Good job, Bog.
Fuck yeah, sneak attacks are deadly. Alright, so now with the +2 bonus for Pringle, she's going to swing Lover's Mercy. See if she can bring this thing home. And she almost did. It was on a 16 and then it rolled to a 7.
Fuck.
Alright, okay. Presley's got nothing. Moo?
Okay, damn. If I could just get a little bit closer so I could just nettle him a little. Acrobatics. No, I don't. I'm gonna keep chilling with Presley.
Alright.
Just sitting there like,
So, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from all over the place, actually. I used to travel with a circus.
Oh.
She kind of like does like a little spin, like a little practiced spin and a pose. Ta-da!
What's a circus?
Are you serious?
Is that a normal thing? I mean, I totally know what a circus is if it's normal.
Yeah. Wow. We went all over the place. Where are you from that you've never seen a circus?
I'm not supposed to talk about it, but I can tell you if we become friends.
Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe.
Okay. You seem very nice.
Thanks, I guess.
I like your skin tone. It's very pretty and vibrant.
Really?
Yeah.
Most people don't really like it.
Why not?
Just they think that I look kind of, well, like a devil.
Well, I don't know what that is either, but I think you look fine for what it's worth.
Oh, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
You're not sure, but you think she's blushing slightly.
that would have gone over Moo's head anyways. They don't pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So Bernie's going to take a shot at this warrior. And miss. Like a pathetic piece of shit that he is. Fuck you, Bernie. Alright. Alright. This guy is going... Ooh, the warrior swings at Pringle and hits.
Shit.
Pringle takes 6 points of damage and is now heavily injured.
Like an actual dog.
Alright, takes us to Paydor. Paydor's going to make a rapid shot attack. Boom. And hits with one of the attacks. Alright. Dealing 4 points of damage to the warrior, taking him to critical. Bogs up. Still in flanking position. Daggers out. And misses. Pringle's up. Also in flanking position. Lover's Mercy. Come on. And that's a hit. 6 points of damage, dropping the warrior.
I assume Pringle's fucking pissed.
That wasn't very nice of y'all. Hitting me like that. With a mace, no less. That's my signature. Ah, damn. That's smart. It's so awful. Anyway, I'm going to drop initiative here and unlock tokens. Okay.
And Moo and Presley are just politely chatting outside.
Presley's kind of holding the tip of, like, the end of her, the poof at the end of her tail as she's talking nervously to Moo.
So, you and the, what was her name? Pringle?
Pringle! Yeah. She's my girlfriend.
Oh, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I think. It seems people really like relationships like that. Yeah.
You like that?
Oh, I don't really like touching people or
well, look,
being
you don't
touched by people or really being invested in people's emotional stasis in that kind of way. I think it's very healthy for other people, but it's not for me.
Huh. Okay. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
But,
I can still be happy for other people.
Well, that's nice.
So, I'm happy for you. Yeah.
Oh,
So how'd you two end up together?
I met Pringle when she and her dad came into town. She came in and saw my act at the circus, and I had never seen another tiefling in person before, and I kind of went up and introduced myself, and she was really nice, and two of us kind of hit it off.
Oh, that's good. She seems a little on edge right now. I don't blame her. This place is kind of scary, but I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Oh, Yeah, I mean, I can usually take care of myself pretty well. I've always sort of been able to make things catch on fire, sort of.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, I make a lot of explosions. It's fun.
Wow. I mean, that's really neat. And you use, like, those potions and stuff to do
Yeah,
it?
I kind of mix stuff together in a little bottle, shake it up, and then I just toss it, and everything's on fire then. It's great.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
I mean, I've always kind of liked fire. It's been... I kind of think it's...
so helpful.
Yeah, helpful.
Did I interrupt? I'm sorry. Sometimes I get excited.
No, it's fine. I think that's a neat way to look at it.
I think it's helpful. Usually heat helps cause reactions to agents based on what you mix together, or, it helps protect you. I think it's a very powerful and helpful ingredient to any mixture.
That's really interesting. How long have you been studying?
Oh, my whole life. I didn't really like spending time with people, so I had my own lab. Growing up, my parents provided it, and I eventually got good enough to where I was just an asset for where I lived. So I was given my own laboratory, and I made things for people and kept to myself until I was needed.
Wow. That's really interesting. So you were like a sponsored, like a kept person, huh?
Oh yeah, very much so. But didn't have my life as bad as some of the other people down there, so it's all good. Downstairs isn't too bad. That's what I call my lab. I call it the downstairs. Sorry, that might have been confusing.
Uh-huh. Eyebrow raise.
I don't. No, Moo's terrible at lying. So, they're just making a face.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna check on my girlfriend, okay?
Okay. Have fun. Bye.
It was good talking to you, Moo.
It's good talking to you. What was your name again? Press?
Presley. It's Presley.
Okay. Sorry. I'm not good at the people thing.
She gives you a polite wave and then goes in the other room. Fuck a duck.
There's ducks in here?
Do y'all think... Now, you walk in and you see Pringle is, like, tearing the clothes and armor and stuff off of both of these forgers.
Oh.
To try to, like, find anything of value on the two of them. Aha! Pringle will exclaim as she tears a strange-looking necklace from around the neck of the wizard. I have no idea what this is, but I bet it's important.
Oh, do you want me to look at it?
Sure. Here you go. She tosses the necklace to you.
Okay, I attempt to catch it. Is that a reflex save?
It is.
Hey! Nat 20!
Snatch it out of the air like a pro. It definitely seems to have the same kind of runes that were scratched onto that door.
It might be a key to that door. Just a guess, though.
Well, y'all want to try it out?
Sure. It's the best lead we have so far, and it's not like we can go back. So let's do that.
What are we waiting for? And Pringle's going to push past everybody and start heading back to that door.
You really shouldn't move that fast with your wounds like that. You look really... Okay, bye.
Yeah, she's not interested in listening to anybody else right now. She seems a bit driven, you think. All things considered, a bit driven.
Pringle, while I figure this out.
Sure.
Are there any notches of any kind on the door that you would put something in?
You don't see any.
Okay. If I put the amulet near the door, does anything happen?
No. The runes continue to kind of pulse red.
Okay. I put the necklace on?
Okay, you put the necklace on. You are now wearing it.
I go to reach for the door.
Okay, you reach for the door. Nothing strange happens.
I touch the door.
You touch the door and the stone handle feels cool to the touch.
I open it.
You turn the handle, the door slides open easily.
Haha, I did it.
Well, that was good. Nice work there.
I've always been a very useful person, so...
I should say so. You sure you don't have any more of the healing potions, though?
No, none unless... I don't have enough reagent. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Alright, well, you slash you stabby guy, you take the point, alright? Sure, the name is Bog, by the way. Yeah, Berg, you go ahead. So, Pringle points Bog to take point. Bog will peer around the corner. He's going to make a stealth check to sneak on ahead. And he gets up to here. And he sees another door up ahead.
Okay.
Pringle and Presley are going to move forward. Bernie and Pador are going to kind of stick with you.
Moo just looks back concerned at Pador.
I'm sure it's going to be okay. I mean,
Yeah.
there can't be that many more of them, can there?
I don't know. And I don't know how we're supposed to get out of here at the end either. We're in a bit of a flummox.
We'll figure something out. All right?
Alright.
I believe in us. I know we will do it.
That's right. We're the pack.
Ow!
Ow!
It's fucking adorable.
It's fine.
Pador hears that and just beams with pride.
Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me happy. Okay, so
the rest of the party is going to move up, and this time Pador and Bernie are going to get into a position where they can fire into the room if need be. Bog's listening at the door. He shakes his head yes. He kind of cracks his neck, flexes his fingers, has a hand on the hilt of his dagger. He's going to open that door. He goes to open it, and it appears that the handle doesn't turn. It appears locked. He looks at everybody, makes a gesture that you don't recognize, puts the dagger away, and he gets out these long metal sticks, and he starts to mess with the door somehow. Has Moo ever seen someone pick a lock before?
I can't remember if he's done it already around Moo or not.
Okay. So
But
Bog's...
we'll pretend it's the first time, and I can cut it otherwise later on while editing.
Sure. So anyway, Bog's going to attempt to disable device on this door. He's going to try to pick this lock. Nope, that's disguise, not disable device. There we go.
Ha!
Okay. So Bog reaches down with these thieves' tools, and he tries to pick this lock. And after a few seconds of it, you can hear a tiny click, and a satisfied smile spreads across his face.
Oh, he looks happy.
He puts the tools away, takes the dagger back out, and he hits the latch on the door and pushes it open all at once, revealing a room. Inside the room, you see the following creatures.
I knew it! I saw them on the combat tracker and I was like, that's weird. Beardy normally removes them. Yes! My babies! Oh. Are they chained up?
So, Bog opens the door and he reveals another room. This one is a bit different. This one, instead of having beds and like a comfortable place to sleep and eat, this room has chains built into the walls. This appears to be some form of holding cell. And inside is a strange menagerie of creatures. If Moo wants to get a bit closer, you hear Bog start to talk to these guys. And the rest of them are going to kind of move up and move in. You see...
Yeah, what's going on?
You see 2 harpies, a serpentes, a hobgoblin, and a human.
I don't think Moo would know what a serpent is.
Exactly.
Or a hobgoblin.
Or a hobgoblin. Or a harpy. These are...
I know what a human is!
Yeah, you've seen a human before. You got samples of that. And you look in and you see these strange creatures. They're going to look up at you, and as they look up at the party entering the room, they look beaten and bruised, like they've had a bit of a rough time, and some of them look a little bit like malnourished.
Oh no!
Hell,
Are they? They're chained up?
Yeah, they're chained to the walls. Yeah.
I think we're in the prisoner's ward. This looks actually very familiar.
So y'all are... So at this point, Pringle will walk into the room, and at that point, Jup, the human in the room, looks up and goes, "What in the hells are you doing here?" And that, my dear sweet Keni,
No.
this moment,
Can't
this
be ending right now.
precious, perfect moment where all of the party, every member of Snake Eyes is in one place. This nexus of characters is the end of Chapter 5.
Fuck, I don't want to stop playing.
So, the great news is, for completing Chapter 5, everybody levels!
Yay! Yeah!
Thanks for listening to Snake Eyes. As always, special thanks to William Succi for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or, want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time!